And we are back. Fortunately or unfortunately, we have yet another Knicks game here tonight. Hopefully, the Knicks get off the schneid here today. They are desperate for victory, but it will not come easily as we welcome in the Los Angeles Clippers here to the Garden in New York. Buckle up, everybody. It's going to be a long, bumpy ride yet again. Let's start the show. Hello, we are back. Do I have the energy for the Knicks when they have not given me the energy? No, I don't. Am I a little upset with our New York Knicks? A little bit. Is it very easy for them to pull me back in if they give a good performance today? Absolutely. I'm ready. I'm ready for the Knicks to give me something to be hopeful about, to give me something to be excited about, to give me something to be passionate about. I'm rooting desperately for our Knicks because it's not just been a 4-game losing streak, right? We talked about this. We know this. The sky's not falling. But the issue is that it's not just been a regular 4-game losing streak. It's been the first game against the Spurs. They lost whatever it was, a 17, 19 point, whatever it was, 17-point lead. Wasn't great. Okay. We chalked it up. Spurs are a good team. New Year's Eve, they're out in San Antonio. They had a nice comeback win. Revenge for the NBA Cup game. Cool. Got it. You know what? It happens. Unfortunately, it happens. Okay. We shrug our shoulders. On to the next one. The NBA season continues. The next 3 games against 3 Eastern Conference, not just teams, rival teams. I'm talking the Atlanta Hawks. I'm talking the Detroit Pistons. Who is the other team we played? I can't even remember it off the top of my head, but it wasn't a close game either. The New York Knicks then get smoked out of the gym 3 games in a row. It was Philly. That's what I'm forgetting. So you lose to Philly. You lose to Atlanta. You lose to Detroit 3 games in a row in which you're down 15 plus to all 3 of those teams in the second half of those games, and you never really get back into them. I get it. I've given them all the excuses. You guys have heard all the excuses. And I do think they're legitimate in terms of them being tired and wrong guys being hurt and they're not deep enough to sustain these injuries and the young guys who performed well earlier in their stints of actually getting playing time, like Kolek and Diawara and McCullough and guys like that, aren't playing to the level they need to play in order to step in to those spots. And then you look at the stars and Jalen Brunson. What was that the other night? Karl Anthony Towns, MIA these past couple of games. OG Anunoby, cool. A couple of nice defensive plays here and there. Can't knock down a basket. Mikal Bridges, consistently giving you mid. You need somebody to step up here, and nobody really has. And it's resulted in a 4-game losing streak in which 3 of those have been increasingly more and more embarrassing, culminating into that final game 2 days ago against the Detroit Pistons. And so here we are today. The schedule does not get easier. They are at least back here in New York, but we are now taking on the LA Clippers. And after a very disappointing start to the year, the LA Clippers seem to be trying to get back on track at least as they are starting Kawhi Leonard and James Harden in the lineup tonight. They are back. Sons Jen, what's up, Sons Jen? Get them, Knicks. Doge cheering for you tonight. Appreciate you, Sons Jen. Appreciate you. Taking on the Clippers today, who have increasingly gotten better and better. They're winners of 7 of their last 8. The one loss they had, the Boston Celtics went in there and beat them up. The Boston Celtics that just overtook the Knicks for the 2 seed. Here we are. The Fleas, what's up, Fleas? Knicks versus the Unction. That's crazy. And Marvin LaShore, what's up, Marvin? Jason, Sons Jen, I already shouted you out, big dog. Appreciate you, Sons Jen. Joey DeLuca, Reddy, what's up, Reddy? Niall Dimitri, of course, what's up, Niall? Prince Jamiha, Albert, appreciate you guys. Justice's dad, Jay Hammer, Daniel Berry Sports. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Shirley Willis, what's up, Shirley? So here we are. No need to beat a dead horse. We'll keep it moving because the basketball games don't stop. We're going to, unfortunately, start where we always start, and that's with the captain, Jalen Brunson. JB, I know you're tired. I know you're physically beat up. The other night we saw him grab at his right leg, hammy, knee area. Not sure what was going on, if he just maybe took a bump or maybe got kneed in the thigh area or took a hard fall. Whatever the case may be, I don't know, nor do I care. If you're out on the court, I need you to perform. He has not done so. He had, for the first time in his Knicks career, 0 assists against Detroit. And to go along with the 0 assists, he racked up 6 turnovers. This is a man who averages 2. He was pushed into 6 turnovers, right? So for all of the flack we were giving Karl-Anthony Towns, and it was justified, and we'll get to it in a second here, Jalen Brunson requires just as much flack. And there's also leading evidence that the Knicks are starting to play a little bit slower the way they compared to where they were to start the year. That is affecting their offense. That is affecting their movement. That is affecting their shot quality, all of the things. And of course, you can look at the coaching staff, and we always look at the coaching staff, but you also got to make sure you direct that ire to the captain. And we all know what the captain's capable of. Captain ain't going nowhere. That's our guy right there. But we hold you to higher standard, JB, and you can't have performances like you had the other night against Detroit, right? You're back home. Get back on track. We're going out on a West Coast road trip after this, in which we got Phoenix. Suns Gen, we're coming to you, big dog. And Phoenix has also been playing well as of late. So you need JB to get back on track and find some rhythm today, not just for himself, but for his teammates as well. Raf Torres, what's up, Raf? I like your sweaters. Nice color, Chevy. Appreciate you, Raf. Appreciate you. We are, by the way, going to become increasingly more casual with our outfits if the Knicks continue to slide. If they continue this losing streak, we will continue to get more and more casual. We may come out with the Knicks sweats on. We're going to switch up the sweaters. We might even transition to t-shirts. And heck, if it continues, we might even have to come out shirtless in the Knicks underwear. We ain't going that far. But my goodness, do they not even deserve me to have some fun on here? We're not having fun. We are now in serious business mode. 4-game losing streak is already stretching it way too far. If we get to 5, boy, oh boy, is it going to get real nasty around here. Oda Austin, what's up, Oda? We touched on Karl-Anthony Towns. He had another pitiful performance against the Detroit Pistons. 6 points, 1 rebound. Where were you? Where were you? Probably in the same place Jalen Brunson was, but the thing is, at least Jalen Brunson got buckets. You, on the other hand, brother, at least give us something, right? He is not giving you any offense right now, turning the ball over, committing them dang off-arm fouls. Brother, if I see another off-arm foul here tonight, I just don't understand. You know you're getting called for it. How do you keep going to it? How do you keep going to it? It makes no sense to me. You are not a rookie. You're 30. This is your 11th year or 12th year or whatever it is for Towns. You've been in the league since you were a teenager. You're 30. You're still committing. I can't even call it teenage fouls because you don't see Con Knipple doing it. You don't see VJ Edgecombe doing it. You don't see Cooper Flagg doing it. And yet this guy, Karl-Anthony Towns, 30 years old, 11 years in the league, still committing some of the dumbest fouls you commit in the NBA. Step up, big dog. Step up. This doesn't matter tonight. 22 a game, 12 boards. Counting stats look great. Shout out to you. That don't matter until you give us another good performance. This has always been troubling all season long. I've been harping on the three-point percentage. It's his lowest three-point percentage, and I think 8 or 9 years or something like that. A lot of these are approaching career lows in terms of his averages going back to his rookie year. It's getting scary out there for Big Cat. There's only so much defending I can do, big dog. I'm rooting for you, but you got to do it on your own. You got to turn the ship around. It's got to start tonight. David Oz Jr., what's up, David? Finally made room to sign Dink. Now going to play him. We'll see if they sign Dink. They may have waived Tosan Amoma to make a trade in which they bring 2 players back, open up the roster spot. We'll see. We'll see. I hope they bring in Dink Pate. I'm with you. Nazalan, what's up, Nazalan? Bernard Johnson, what's up, Bernard? We get the OG Anunoby. And like the first 2 guys, OG, I would consider it. I'm pretty sure most of us would consider, because it's the correct opinion, that OG Anunoby is the third best guy, and maybe even the third most important guy, if not maybe even the second most important guy on this Knicks team. There has been a campaign from the New York Knicks, and I think rightfully so, to try and get OG Anunoby some all-star recognition this year. And let me tell you something. He ain't making that all-star team with the way he's performed these last couple of weeks, right? He looks tired. He looks exhausted. There's a heavy burden on him defensively to do it all and make it all make sense. I get it, OG. I'm with you, big dog. But boy, oh boy, is the burden for all-stars very heavy. You are not going to make the all-star team playing the way you're playing, especially leading in to the all-star voting here. It ain't going to happen, big dog. You need to step up. And even besides the all-star stuff, we need you to step up in order to get some wins here, right? He is coming off also a pretty pitiful performance against the Detroit Pistons. Cade Cunningham didn't even feel you out there, big dog, and you're supposed to be the guy. You're the defensive guy. And I get you didn't have a ton of help out there that night, but he didn't even feel you out there. He just went out, did his thing, no problems. OG Anunoby's on me, no issues. I'll go right through him. I'll shoot right over him. We'll get to our spots. I'll pick up assist after assist after assist. And again, there's only so much OG can do if he doesn't have any help out there. But my goodness, did Cade look real easy. And you didn't even give it to him back on the other end. None of these counting stats matter today. We're not going over it with the Knicks. We'll go over it with the Clippers because it's important. It's the first time, I think it's the first time I'm covering the Pistons this year. I've seen a couple of their games. I've had them on in the background and whatnot while I've been doing work on the computer. But they have completely turned their season around to begin with. So Marvin said, when did the Knicks get Hart back? It was reported that there was a chance he was going to play today, but he was ruled out yesterday early as to not give people hope. But he'll probably be upgraded to questionable during one of these upcoming games, if not the very next game. Very soon, Marvin. They'll get Hart back. And it was also reported that Landry Shamet is also very close to returning, probably sometime next week as well. So expect Josh Hart back this week, within the week. Expect Landry Shamet back sometime next week. At least that is the hope, unless there's some sort of setback. Just that's a Dink should go to college? No, I think he's been in the G League for a while. He's hooping down there right now for the New York Knicks. The turnovers are very high, but you bring him up with the big club and give him an opportunity here. Very, very interesting player. David said, we lose tonight. Mike Brown's on the hot seat even more. I don't think he's on the hot seat. You can't be on the hot seat 30 games into your tenure, big dog, especially after the start he had. 1 4-game losing streak doesn't put you on the hot seat. Buzzer beater, what's up, buzzer beater? We get the Mikal Bridges, Mr. Consistency. You can see I'm being very negative today. The Knicks are very annoying as of late. Mr. Consistency, Mikal Bridges, also needs to step up like the top 3 guys also need to step up. Defensively, we're not even feeling you out there anymore, big dog. Where have you gone? There was a time where we were averaging over 2 steals and over a block a game, and now both of those are under those averages, right? You're under 2 for steals. You're under 1 for blocks. Big dog, we need your help. And I get it. He's more of an off-ball defender, kind of a chaotic defender, muck things up, get deflections, get chase down blocks, all of the things for Mikal Bridges, right? And we could harp on his defense all we want. Fact of the matter is, this don't even matter anymore. Because I need you to step up. When was the last time we talked about Mikal Bridges getting 20? When was the last time we talked about Mikal Bridges knocking down 5 or 6 threes? Right? I need you to just have an explosive game every now and again, a little bit more often than you are. As of right now, we're like on pace for maybe like 4 or 5 of those this year. There's 82 games. Not good enough, Mikal. Not good enough. This will be, if you guys haven't picked onto the gimmick yet, this will be the sentiment for almost everybody here tonight. I got some nice things to say about one of our guys. Rav said, trade all the players except Brunson. Now, listen, I'm getting all my negativity out now because once the ball gets tipped up, we're off and running. Jay said, do you think this is just a slump or there are deeper issues? I'd like to hear your take. There are deeper issues, Jay, but this is really just a slump. This is a 4-game sample size over the course of a, how many games have we played so far? They are what? 23 and 13. So over the course of 36 games, this is a 4-game sample size within those 36 games, right? I'll lean on the 32 other games that we played and also evaluate that. And what that tells me is, oh, this is one of the best teams in the league versus the last 4 games, which tells me this is one of the worst teams in the league. they're really good. They're really good. 95% of the time this year, they've been really good. There are deeper issues like the defense, some of the health concerns overall, the Mitchell Robinson thing, like even when he does play, not nearly as explosive or not nearly as not locked in. The defense is always going to be an issue when you have Brunson and Towns. We know this. We've talked about this. There's ways that they're dancing around it between Anunoby, Bridges, and Robinson, and Josh Hart, and Deuce McBride, and all these guys. They're trying to fill in all the other gaps with good defense, but there's only so much you can do. And so there are deeper issues, but there are ways to battle out of it. One of those ways is by having one of the best offenses in the league, and they just have not been, they flat out have been bad on that end of the court, as well as being bad defensively. And when you're bad both offensively and defensively, you get blown out in the NBA, especially when you're playing good teams, like the Hawks, like the Pistons, like the Sixers. The dog catcher, what's up, dog catcher? Turning up the flame, here we go. It's going to get real hot in here. It's going to get real hot. Buzzy Beater said his numbers are misleading. I mean, the numbers are fine. They're fine, but they're not good. You know, they're not great. They're fine. They're fine. I'm fine with this. If he gives us this as his averages for the year, I'd be fine with that. It'd be like cool Mikal Bridges season, right? He started the year very good. The defense was very good as advertised, as what we thought we were getting when we got him from Brooklyn. And then as the season goes on, it's gotten a little worse. Everything's gotten a little worse for Bridges, right? And we need him to get back to where he was before, which I do think is in there, right? Again, dog days of the regular season, slumps, all of the things. You know, the fleas, what's up, fleas? Cat, please do something. Please, Towns. We need you to wake the fan base up here tonight. Raph said, I can't wait for the trade deadline. Don't put expectations on the trade deadline, big dog. You will end up disappointed. They're not going to make a major move here. Jay said, I feel really confident we bounce back tonight. I hope so, Jay, because I was confident they would put up a decent, at least decent, maybe not win the game, but put up a decent performance against the Pistons, knowing that was probably a big game. A lot of people were watching it. It was a Peacock game, so a ton of eyes on them. I think it was also an NBC game, so a nationally televised game. And then they just laid an egg. So I hope they come out tonight. Hopefully they're feeling the pressure, because when the pressure rises, this Knicks team comes out and performs. Buzzy Beater said we are second in the Eastern Conference in scoring points as a team. But the last 4 games has been brutal, brother. They did not cross 100 points the last game against the Pistons. I believe they scored around 100. You can't look at season averages because, again, before this 4-game stretch, the 32 games before that, they were one of the best teams in the league, bar none. Like, up there with some of the best. These last 4 games, they're down there with some of the worst. That is the issue. Lana Mona said, what do we expect tonight? I expect a much harder playing team filled with a ton of effort and energy, and hopefully they're able to pull out the win, because this Clippers team is playing very well. They're no joke, right? Kawhi Leonard, when playing well, is no joke. James Harden is always given the Knicks traditionally some trouble here because they don't have great options to guard him. If you got OG Anunoby on Kawhi, who do you got on Harden? Bridges? Bridges not strong enough to hang with Harden. Who you got? Deuce McBride? Deuce McBride not big or strong enough to hang with Harden, even though these guys are good defenders. So, Buzzer Beater said Knicks 127, Clippers 121. If they can get to 127 points, they better win the game. Raph said Boston is already on first place. They know they're the better team than the Knicks. You could say that they felt the same way last year, brother. I'm not worried about the Celtics. The Flea said Knicks Reddit is in shambles. Knicks everything is in shambles. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, all of the social media places where Knicks fans tend to gather is in shambles. Josh Hart should be making his return very, very, very shortly. He would not be available tonight, but there was some optimism that he might be able to play today, but he has been ruled out. He will not be playing. We'll see what his availability will be like for the next game against Phoenix when we are out on the road. He's very close. So any one of these games coming up, expect Josh Hart to make his return. This is one of the only guys I got something positive to say about. My boy Deuce. My boy Deuce is hanging in there, playing his butt off. The defense, he's playing hard. The three-point shooting, he's literally lighting the Nets on fire. Like, if he shot in a gym by himself 100 times, he's making 99 of them. He's not missing right now. Deuce McBride is the only reason the Knicks were not absolutely evisceratedly embarrassed last night against the Pistons. Not last night, 2 nights ago against the Pistons, right? If Deuce McBride doesn't show up against the Pistons, one of the only guys to show up, they probably lose by like 40 or 50. That's how bad that game was on the verge of getting before Deuce McBride was like, hold on, let me knock down some threes and make this somewhat interesting. Anthony G&T, what's up, Anthony? I feel a little wounded, but go Knicks. Absolutely, Anthony, absolutely. Deuce McBride, I just salute him. Hopefully he's in the starting lineup tonight. If you guys get any information on who is starting tonight, I mean, we're 5 minutes before tip-off, so who's starting tonight? Y'all got to let me know. I'll look it up too over here, but let me know. Deuce McBride, the only thing I got something nice to say. Mitchell Robinson, bring him back up off the bench. Him as a starter alongside Karl-Anthony Towns is not working. That is a lineup that you should go to sparingly throughout the game depending on the matchups. I don't like it as a starting lineup. Bring back Deuce McBride in the starting lineup. Bring Mitchell Robinson back up off the bench. That is his best role. He has not been effective since coming back from missing the 3 games, these last 2. So bring him back off the bench. Bring him back off the bench. Don Juan, what's up, Don? What's up, Don? Rav said, we lose against the Clippers. That means we need to start trading players. It does not mean that, brother. It does not mean that. Landry Shaman is also very close to returning. Knicks announced Deuce will replace Mitchell Robinson's starting lineup tonight. Finally, Deuce McBride is in the starting lineup. Mitchell Robinson back to the bench. Exactly what I was hoping for. Bruce Fowler, what's up, Bruce? I know no one wants to hear this. I take into account fatigue and the injuries, but I see the Knicks offense reverting to too much Brunson bringing the ball up the court and too much dribbling. Absolutely, Bruce. You're hitting it right on the head with that take. I completely agree with you. It is on the onus of the point guard, Jalen Brunson, to recognize that he's reverting back to old habits, bad habits, and he needs to make the adjustment. It's on the coaching staff to recognize that and getting into Brunson's ear and telling him, brother, you better push that ball up the court and trust your teammates. We can't get caught walking the ball down the court, right? It is on his teammates to get to JB and be like, man, either bring that ball down the court or give it to me, right? And I'll bring it down the court if they're pressuring you. The onus is on everybody, mostly on Jalen Brunson, but the onus is on everybody to make this adjustment. They have to get back to running the offense they started early in the year. Part of the reason of getting to that offense was, 1, it gets everybody involved, obviously. And 2, it just makes life easier for Brunson, where he doesn't have to dribble the ball a million times, and then he's not as fatigued. And hopefully, if everybody has it going, then everybody can get a little rest, because it's not reliant on one guy or 2 guys or multiple guys going one-on-one multiple times, because that is fatiguing. That is difficult. And then also, battling back constantly because you're going these spurts where you're turning the ball over and you can't put the ball in the basket, takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot out of you. I'm with you, Bruce. Great comment, brother. David said, Brunson, McHale, OG, Mitch, and Cat. Mitch is not in the starting lineup today. Deuce McBride is, baby, and I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it. Don Juan said, chilling in the White Plains, New York, in the house. Appreciate you, Don Juan. Appreciate you, brother. Vic said, did you see the Knicks dropped 11 spots in the power rankings? I'm not too concerned about the power rankings, but I'll tell you what, Vic, they deserve it. He deserved it. Lionel Mona said, Brunson, Deuce, Bridges, OG, Cat. Can't wait for it, Lionel. Can't wait for it. Rav said, New York will come back and be in first place pretty soon. I think they still have a chance at getting that first place seed. I'm with you, Rav. Gigi said, finally, we're here, and I know people are going to be mad at me, but why are we giving Brunson a pass? He definitely is not making his teammates better. He can't be taking 30 to 35 shots per game. Well, he's not taking 30 to 35 shots per game. That would be crazy. But go back to the beginning of the stream, Chi-Chi, where I covered Jalen Brunson to start. I ripped him a new one. Eviscerated him. Can't be playing the way he's playing. Karl-Anthony Towns gets a lot of the slack. Jalen Brunson should probably be getting even more. As the captain especially. As the captain, JB. 0 assists. 6 turnovers? Don't ever have another game like that ever again in your life. Raymond, what's up, Raymond? Everyone should calm down and stop panicking. These guys will wake up and kick butt. I'm with you, Raymond. I'm with you. But you know what? When you play poorly and you don't respond after we asked you to respond against the Pistons and you put out that performance against the Pistons, you should rightfully be berated. Not berated. What's the word I'm looking for? You should rightfully be critiqued, right? You should rightfully be critiqued. And that's what this is about tonight. Now go out and beat the Clippers for us. Go out and beat the Clippers for us. That's all we're asking for. Landry Shaman should be back pretty soon, too. Sometime next week, I think, is the goal. But we'll see. We will see. Raph said, who's starting tonight? We got Jalen Brunson. We got Deuce McBride. We got McHale Bridges, OG Anunoby, and Karl-Anthony Towns. Icy Waters with the Icy Waters. Excoriated. I like it, Icy Waters. I love that word. They should definitely be excoriated. We got the Jordan Clarkson, who, like every other Knick, has just been crap in the bed. It's been bad. He's had some good performances. He's not having good performances now. My expectation with Jordan Clarkson is a lot lower than everybody else we've talked about so far. He is a roller coaster of a player. I understand that. So, again, my expectations, my bar that I set for him is a lot lower than the other guys. But, again, if your job is to come off the bench and give buckets, and you don't give buckets, you better find another way to impact the game. And as you can see from the counting stats, he does nothing else to impact the game other than get buckets. So, there's that. There's that. Step up, JC. Step up, do your job. All I'm asking is that everybody does their jobs. I'm not asking you to step outside of your own play type and your own archetype, but do your job. At the very least, do your job. And Jordan Clarkson has not been doing it. Gershon Yabusele, we got nothing left to say about Big Gersh, Big Yabu. It just hasn't worked out. Got nothing nice to say. Salute you on wherever you end up, because it probably won't be wearing a Knicks jersey after this February trade deadline, but we still have about a month to go with Yabusele. Get to Tyler Kolek real quick. Kolek has been fine, but nothing all that impactful, nothing all that spectacular. I think Mike Brown needs to trust him a little bit more than he is. Other than that, not much to say. Not much to say. Come on, TK. Come on. We're trying to give you the keys. We're trying to let you be the backup point guard, but at the same time, Mike Brown's got to trust him a little bit more. Most of the time, we don't see Tyler Kolek until second quarters, and I get Jalen Brunson's going to play a lot, but don't fall back into that Tom Thibodeau rotation, Mike Brown, of playing Jalen Brunson the entirety of the first quarter. I don't like it. Play him the first 8 minutes, but don't play him anymore after that, unless he's on fire and fuego, unless that's the case. But we got to get TK in the game a little bit earlier than the start of the second quarter. Come on, big dog. Rav said Brunson will make it to 30 points. Hopefully it's an efficient 30 points, right? Because we know Brunson can score even on off nights. He had 24 against the Pistons, I think, and that was a terrible night. I know he can get buckets. I don't care if he gets 30. Give me an efficient 30 and a victory. Twilson, what's up, Twilson? And let's go over these Los Angeles Clippers who have been waking up as the season has gone on. Kawhi Leonard is the main reason for that. My guy's averaging 28 a game, 6.6 rebounds, 3.5 assists. This is the best Kawhi Leonard's probably played since the Toronto season that he dragged them to a championship. My goodness, 2.1 steals. The defense is also, the defense is also on lock here. 49 from the field, 36 from the foul line, 36 from three-point range. The efficiency has been fantastic so far for Kawhi Leonard. He is not too far removed from giving the Detroit Pistons. Yes, the Detroit Pistons have just beat down the Knicks with their defense. He's not too far removed from giving those boys 55. So if he gave them 55, what is he going to do against us? Thankfully, we do have a guy named OG Anunoby who should match up with him extremely well. But outside of that, you still have guys like James Harden to cover. And if OG Anunoby is going to be busy guarding Kawhi Leonard, who the heck are we going to put on James Harden here? With no Josh Hart, who would have been the obvious answer, with no Josh Hart available, you're probably looking at Mikal Bridges. And Mikal Bridges is not big or strong enough to guard James Harden. He's not physical enough to guard James Harden. James Harden does not like physicality. At this stage in his career, 36 years old, he does not like physicality. If you can get physical with him, he'll revert back into his shell and start giving the ball up to Kawhi Leonard. But the Knicks don't have those type of defenders outside of Anunoby, outside of Josh Hart, who's not available tonight, maybe even a Landry Shamet, who's also not available tonight. You can't put Deuce McBride on him, who's a physical defender, because Deuce McBride's not tall enough or strong enough to hang with James Harden, even at 36 years old. You can see here from the counting stats, he's still giving people buckets, 26 a game, 8 assists, still really good. The efficiency is dropping as he's getting older, which makes sense because he's not nearly as explosive going to the rim. Settles for a lot of floaters, as he always has, settles for a lot of floaters, settles for a lot of step-back jumpers, but he's still efficient with those so far. David M, what's up, David M? J Money, what's up, J Money? Kawhi the Cyborg, yes, sir. Yes, sir. David M, some cat needs to have a bounce-back game. He needs to have a bounce-back game as desperately as I've ever seen a player needing to have a bounce-back game. Absolutely. The issue is that he's going to be matched up with Ivica Zubac tonight. And Big Zoo is a great, he's probably the best non-all-star starting center in the NBA, in my opinion. Right? Zubac has developed into one of the best non-all-star bigs in the NBA. He's a solid defender, a decent passer, good rebounder, very good rebounder, 11 a game so far. 15 points, excellent screen setter, excellent roller, great hands, finishes around the rim extremely well, 60% from the field. Phenomenal at those things, and also a pretty good rebounder, pretty underrated defender as well, right? Pretty decent rim protector. He's big, he's strong, he's knows his positioning well. He goes straight up, he uses verticality, all of the things. So while the blocks per game don't necessarily scream great rim protector, the finishing around Ivica Zubac when he's standing in the paint is going to make it tough, which is why Karl-Anthony Towns needs to have a good night tonight and drag Zubac out of the paint. But I assume they'll probably put a wing on Karl-Anthony Towns tonight. Ken Neal, what's up, Ken? Bradley Beal is out for the rest of the year, so not much to say because he's not even going to be able to come back this year. Shout out to Bradley Beal, wishing him a healthy return. Bogdan Bogdanovic is also not available here tonight. A little bit of a break for the Knicks. Bogdan Bogdanovic has traditionally always hurt the Knicks. He didn't start the year very well, but he has not played a whole lot. He's really struggling to stay healthy so far this year. We get the Brook Lopez, old man Brook Lopez, and there have been some people here who have come to the show and have talked about, hey, let's trade Mitchell Robinson for Brook Lopez. Look, Brook Lopez, he's good. He can shoot the three, rim protector. Look at Brook Lopez. He's washed. It's over for Big Brook. And I like Brook Lopez. And I still think when he can get out there, he could still be effective. But my goodness, he's shooting 37% from the field as a 7'1" guy, guys. Come on. 36% from three-point range is not like he's a knockdown three-point shooter either. Can't even do that at a really high level. He can do that at a decent level, but not at a high level. He can still be a decent rim protector when he can hang around the paint, but he can't really move laterally anymore. Was never really good at that to begin with, and now 37 years old, not really something he can hang with younger NBA teams. That's majority of NBA teams. The league's only getting younger. 6.7 points, 2.6 rebounds is pathetic for a dude who's 7'1", and about 1 assist a game. So, shout out Brook. Of course, they're going against the Knicks tonight, so he'll probably hit like 6 threes because that's what happens against the Knicks. Ken Neal said Josh Hart is playing. Josh Hart is not playing tonight, Ken Neal. He has been ruled out. We got the John Collins. John Collins is cool. He's solid. Really solid power forward. Can step out and shoot the three. Can be a decent interior presence. Can catch a lob. Cool. Shout out John Collins. They really didn't know how to utilize him earlier in the year. They're starting to figure it out. And of course, like I talked about with Brook Lopez, he'll probably hit like 6 or 7 threes tonight against the Knicks because the Knicks' perimeter defense has been horrendous and they're giving up wide open looks to good shooters. And they'll probably give up open looks to John Collins and he'll kill him tonight. Hoping against it, but that is my expectation. Bruce said we should be looking to acquire young talent. There's just not a lot out there that the Knicks are going to be able to afford. J Money said facts. Everyone likes to have career nights against the Knicks, especially when it's in the Garden. Everybody likes to show up to the Garden and play well. Eamon always, what's up, Eamon? AP, what's up, AP? Let's snap the losing streak. The Knicks have been so bad, AP can't even go to his usual pessimistic negativity gimmick. You got to come in. Yeah, I love AP. You got to come in with something new. So AP's coming in with the positivity. Let's snap this losing streak. My goodness, is it rough. My goodness. AP, if you want to hear me be probably as negative as I've ever been about this team, you go ahead and watch the replay on like 2 times speed. I as everybody's been saying in the chat, excoriating our Knicks here tonight. Because they deserve it. They deserve it. Pick up a victory today, New York. Come on. The Fleas reminding people to like the stream. Appreciate you, Fleas. If you're enjoying the show, hit that thumbs up button and like the stream. I'd very much appreciate it. By far the best way you can support the channel and support the community, y'all. Bruce said we need bodies. Who would have thought that at the beginning of the season when we seemingly had a glut? I mean, injuries to Shamet, injuries to McBride, injuries to Josh Hart. Obviously, McBride is back now. Hurt. Still hurting with Josh Hart and Shamet both out. But they have bodies. Just got to find the right combinations. And those guys have to step up. McCullough, Diawara, whoever it's going to be. Bridges needs to step up. Anunoby needs to step up. Guys just need to play better, man. They just need to play better. Tammy Gonzalez, what's up, Tammy? Let's get out of that slump. We got this. Happy Wednesday, Chef. Happy Wednesday to you, Tammy. Absolutely. Get out of the slump, man. Get out of the slump. J Money said the rebounding is down significantly as well. The Knicks are one of the best rebounding teams in the NBA. That's also contributing to the losses, for sure. I mean, everything's down, J Money, right? Everything's down. The shooting is down. The defense is down. The rebounding is down. The playmaking is down. The ball movement is down. The player movement is down. Everything. Nothing is actually on average for the Knicks, which makes me feel like this is just a bad slump and not something that's actually systemically an issue for the Knicks that wasn't an issue earlier in the year. David said, Trae Young to the Wizards gives us our Wizards top 10 first-round pick. Wizards playing good. Yeah, I mean, they're 7-5 in the last 13, so shout out to the Wizards. If they get Trae Young, hopefully that benefits them and doesn't make them worse. Maybe said they are in an annual slump, happens to everyone. Yeah, I mean, look, the Oklahoma City Thunder are 6-6 in their last 12 games. That was a team that was supposed to win 70-plus games, and maybe they still will win 70-plus games. But don't look like they're going to walk into that the way it looked like earlier in the year. They just got smoked by the Hornets, right? So it happens. It can happen. Young on. What's up, Young? We only got a couple more guys to go to. 2 more guys to go to. Chris Dunn. Chris Dunn is right now their starting point guard. He is a defensive first point guard. A former Tom Thibodeau first-round pick out of Providence, fourth overall pick when he was with the Minnesota Timberwolves. When Tom Thibodeau was running the Timberwolves, he made the decision to draft Chris Dunn. Chris Dunn, it took a while, but he's figured out his role in the league. He's a defensive first guy. You can see the high three-point percentage here, about 40% from three-point range, but he is not a good three-point shooter. This is on extremely low volume. Takes maybe 1 or 2 a game. But what this says is that if you leave him wide open, he'll knock down the three, right? All you got to do is just give him a light contest. Don't run him off the line, but give him a light contest. But, of course, as I say that, he'll probably have 4 or 5 wide-open threes, and he'll make them all tonight against the Knicks. Last guy I want to touch on here is Nick Batum. And we know Nick Batum, still shooting at 41% from 3, still a pretty decent defender, even at his age. And I will say, if there's anybody the Knicks could acquire who I would find pretty interesting, who I actually think they can acquire based off of the assets they have, it's a guy like Nicholas Batum. I wouldn't mind him on the Knicks. Still a strong defender, a veteran leader. French guy, by the way. Modiawara, Pacom Dadier. Could be helpful to have a veteran French guy on the team. I like Nick Batum. Usually plays well against the Knicks. So here we are. Here we are. Perfect timing. Getting ready for the tip-off. Here we go. Carl James said, if the Knicks lose today, I will unfollow them. I get it, brother. I get it. The Wizards win the tip, and now they're going to bring it down. Chris Dunn has it up top to get over to Kawhi. Kawhi being guarded by Bridges. All right, they got Bridges on Kawhi, unless that's a switch. They get it over to Zubac. They kick it out to Chris Dunn. Chris Dunn fires up a left corner 3. Too strong, can't get it to go. Towns with the rebound. They get it over to Brunson. Brunson bringing it down. JB, in and out dribble. Blows past Kawhi. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Great pass. Anunoby driving to his left. Back over to Brunson. Brunson pump fakes being guarded by Kawhi Leonard. This is a tough matchup for Brunson. Literally one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. And at 6'8" and super strong. And Brunson turns it over right to James Harden. Harden bringing it down. Kicks it out to Kawhi. Wide open left wing 3 in transition. Got it to go. Not a great start for our New York Knicks. Forgot to even start the timer. There we go. And it's 3-0 to start. Bridges bringing it down. Bridges gets it over to Brunson. Brunson being guarded by Chris Dunn now. Still a good defender. They get it over to Towns. Towns hands it off to Brunson. Coming to his right. They show 2. Pulls it out. Inside the Bridges. Bridges kicks it out. Deuce McBride. Wide open 3. Line me up, big Deuce. Can't get it to go. All right. Here comes James Harden. Bringing it down the other way. James Harden being guarded by Anunoby. Harden coming to his right. Off the Zubac screen. Pocket pass to Zoo. In the lane. Stops. Steps through. Flips it up to the left hand. Got it to go over Karl-Anthony Towns. Okay. 5-0 to start. Here we go, Knicks. They hit over to Anunoby on the left wing. Attacking Harden off the bounce. Blows past him on the baseline to kick it out to Deuce McBride. Lines up another 3. And in and out. Can't get that one to go. Battle for the rebound. Bridges, instead of grabbing the rebound, tried to tip it up and in. He can't get it to go. Here comes Harden off the Zubac rebound. Harden has it on the right wing, being guarded by Bridges. They get it to Kawhi Leonard, being guarded by McBride. McBride just too short, not strong enough. Kawhi fall-away jumper, excellent contest. Can't get it to go. Towns rips down a rebound. And here comes Brunson, hit ahead to Bridges. There we go. Nice hit-ahead passes. Let's go. Let's push it. Let's run it down. Let's push it. Towns walks into a straightaway 3. Can't get it to go. The Knicks' first 3 shots of the game, all from three-point range. 2 from McBride, 1 for Towns there. And none of them have dropped down so far. Harden gets into the lane. They kick it out to Chris Dunn. Chris Dunn fires up a 3. He can't get it to go. I will live with Chris Dunn. Lightly contested 3s all night long, but Zubac, the offensive rebounder, and he flips it up and in with the right hand. And now it's a 7-0 start. Okay, Knicks, come on. Just get me a basket. No problem. 7-point game. Just got to get off the schneid. They get it over to Towns. Towns on the right wing, being guarded by Zubac, hits Anunoby coming back door, being guarded by John Collins. Nice pump fake, gets the layup to go, and one. He's going to go to the foul line for one more. There we go. There we go. Anthony Jeans said, even Derek Jeter had slumps. Let's snap at him. Everybody goes through slumps. Everybody. Chaos Kid, what's up, Chaos Kid? No heart, no win. I got trust and belief in our Knicks tonight. The game has started. The belief is back. Anunoby knocks down the free throw. Thank you, OG. 7-3. It's a 4-point game, y'all. Close the window. It is now officially getting cold in here. Harden bringing it down against some ball pressure from Deuce McBride. There you go, Big Deuce. I like the pressure, Big Deuce. They get it over to Zubac, being guarded by Towns. Backing him down. Backing him down. Backing him down. Stop. Drop step. Over the right shoulder. Can't get the layup to go. Battle for the rebound. Collins able to steal it away from Anunoby, who missed time to jump because it hung on the rim for a second longer than he thought it would. And he cleans it up with a putback. It's 9-3. Towns has it up top. Towns looking for somebody. Backing to his left. Off the bounce to the basket. Scoop layup. Got it to go for Karl-Anthony Towns. See, I like that. Didn't use the off arm. Went to the underhand scoop against Zubac. You're quicker than these big men, brother. Take him off the dribble. They get it over to Collins. A straightaway three over OG Anunoby. And John Collins knocks it down. Here comes Bridges bringing it down the other way. Bridges on the right wing. Coming to his left. Being guarded by Zubac on a switch. Bridges down the lane. Gets caught in the lane. Kicks it out to McBride. McBride coming to his right. Stops at the foul line. Pulls it out. They swing it out to Anunoby. Catches. Pump fakes. Driving to his right. Euro steps down the lane. Throws up a floater. Comes up short. Battle for the rebound. Collins rips it away. Here comes Harden bringing it down the other way. Harden being picked up by Bridges. Out on transition. Pulls it out. Good defense from the Knicks, but they're mismatched. And they leave it out to Chris Dunn, who lays it up and in. Zubac had the Deuce McBride mismatch on him and caught the entry pass and easily just dropped it off to Chris Dunn, who cut from the backside. Brunson had that. Why was Brunson coming over to help? Somebody else got to come over to help. Anunoby's on the strong side. So 8 minutes to go, a little over 8 minutes to go. Knicks trail by 9. Knicks trail by 9, 14-5. Chaos Kid said no one wants the rebound except Hart. Sure, but they're not losing because they're not rebounding right now. Well, they are. They're not rebounding right now. John Collins and Zubac. Zubac 2 offensive rebounds so far. But they're also not making shots either. So. Just that's it. Only down 9, so improving. They're getting there. They're getting there. They got some steps to go through, but they're getting there. Anthony said it looks like they're not passing to Brunson. They are passing to Brunson, brother. That is the offense. This is the way the offense should be played. Everybody's touching the ball so far. Just not knocking anything down. Not knocking anything down. And also, the defense continues to be not great. You know, the problems that have been the problems are consistently still the problems. Not enough improvement so far. Right? You want them to come out like gangbusters. You want them to come out energized, ready to go, knowing the faults, knowing all the talk about the New York Knicks. You want them to come out like their hair's on fire just to give everybody belief before you go out on a West Coast road trip. And you're just not getting that level of performance so far. So far. Isaiah Gardner said OG and McHale in these few games has been getting cooked. I mean, it's a team game. There's only so much your wing defenders can do if your point of attack and your interior presence are non-existent. Just as Dan put the inactive players in the chat, but it's so funny that you have to put Chris Paul there because obviously he's not a part of this team anymore. But I guess he's still technically on the roster. Can Chris Paul get on a roster to have a proper farewell tour, man? Yeah, I said Brunson looks like he's looking to pass instead of scoring. I think they're just running the offense the way it's supposed to be run. Yeah, it's just been a while since we actually gotten to it. Like, this is what the offense is supposed to look like. Karl-Anthony Towns out of the hub, everybody touching it, constant movement, swinging the ball around. And so far, that's how they played this first quarter, or the first, 4-ish minutes of this first quarter. But, yeah, there are going to be moments where Brunson Just give me the ball, get out of my way. Let me do my Brunson thing, and they're gonna need it. But as of right now, they're doing what they're supposed to do offensively. They're just not knocking anything down, and not being consistent enough. Brunson swings it out to Bridges for an open corner three, and he knocks it down. There you go. That's good offense right there. Okay. Under 8 to go. Kawhi Leonard will bring it down. He's being guarded by Bridges. I think it's interesting that we put Bridges on Kawhi, and they put McBride is guarding Harden, the point of attack, to try and apply some pressure. Good pressure from Deuce McBride. They turn it over. Bridges picks it up. Home run pass to Anunoby, goes up for a two-handed slam. Great pass from Towns. It's a 4-point game. All right, there you go. There you go. There's some energy. There's some effort. There's some defense leading the offense, which feels like it's been forever since we've been able to say that. Kawhi walks into a straightaway three, comes up short on it, a long rebound. Nobody grabs it. Harden shoves up the three. Over McBride, can't get it to go. John Collins battling on the glass. And it's off of Collins. Ball going back to the Knicks. George Jones said they're applying a lot of pressure to JB right now, as teams should. That's how you guard elite point guards, which is why you need guys like Bridges and Anunoby and a Deuce McBride and maybe even a Karl-Anthony Towns to say, either I'm setting a screen in the backcourt to free up Jalen Brunson, or give me the ball, I'll bring it down. And Bridges bringing the ball down here. This is how the offense should be ran. This is how we were running it to start the year. We're just finally getting back to it. Towns gets it over to McBride, sprays it to the corner, hesitates, now puts up the three over Kawhi. Deuce McBride from three-point range, baby. Whenever Deuce McBride knocks down a three, it just makes me incredibly hyped. Let's get to it. It's a 1-point game, 14-13. Just needed a timeout to talk some things over. Harden down the lane, leans in against McBride, goes to the basket, leaves it off for Zubac. Beautiful pass from James Harden there. That's just some good offense right there. Brunson has it on the right wing, being guarded by Harden. Brunson coming to his left, cross-court pass to Anunoby, extra pass to Bridges, attacking to his right in the lane, back out to Brunson. Brunson driving the lane, stop, Euro step, flips it up with the right hand, got it to go from JB, his first bucket of the night. I think he took a three earlier. Kawhi has it up top, being guarded by Bridges. Kawhi dancing with it, coming to his left, down the lane, sninging it back to his right, leans in, draws a foul, gets the floater to go, and they give him the and one. He's going to go to the foul line for one more. Bruce Fowler said it's noticeable right from the start that JB isn't bringing the ball down the court every play. So much better, Bruce, so much better. This is exactly how we started the year playing, and we're finally getting back to it, and the offense looks just a lot better. Everybody touching it, everybody getting into the lane. It's harder to keep up with as a defense to guard, and it's not as predictable. Brunson bringing it down against Chris Dunn here. Brunson pushing the pace, I like it. Instead of walking it down, jogged it down. They kick it out. McBride, wide open right corner three. Deuce McBride off the back rim, can't get it to go. Towns battling for a rebound, and he gets fouled battling for the rebound. So the ball will stay here with the Knicks. That's exactly what we need, Big Cat. You're the lone big man in the game. Got a battle down there. Chaos Kid said we miss Tom Thibodeau? No, brother. No. Larry Adams to Larry. George Jones said, JB, lean on the supporting cast. We got back. Now LA's playing straight up. Yeah. Now you adjust. You force a team to adjust, and then you adjust to their adjustment, and then they'll adjust to that adjustment, and then you adjust to the adjustment. Bridges down the lane, kicks it out to a wide open Clarkson who just subbed in, and he knocks down the three. It's crazy what happens when consistent paint touches and ball movement can get you. They get you good open looks from the perimeter. Kawhi did knock down his and one free throw, by the way. It's 19-18. Harden down the lane, scoop play with the left hand, can't get it to go. Good defense from Robinson, battling for the ball. He knocks the ball loose. Bridges picks it up. Bridges bringing it down. Cross-court pass to Yabusele. Yabusele's in the game. Gets it out to Clarkson. Gets it over to Brunson. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Collins. Coming to his right off the Robinson screen. Brunson, stop, step back, crossover, down the lane, spins to his right. Kawhi comes over for the help to kick it out to Bridges. Bridges, the right corner three. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Long rebound. Collins cleans it up, and now here comes Harden. Harden bringing it down. 5 minutes to go. Harden dancing with it against Jalen Brunson. Harden tagging to his left, leans in to the basket, gets tied up under the rim, knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Clippers. Good help from Mikal Bridges there. Good effort from Jalen Brunson to stay in front of Harden and allow the help defense to come. That's all we're asking for. Angela Harding, what's up, Angela? MBM, what's up, MBM? K Hazy, what's up, K Hazy? K said, wow, Yabu helped that rebound. I think you either got to lean into Yabu as a veteran or you just got to lean into Diawara. I'm good on McCullough right now. I'm good on McCullough. Brooke Lopez is in the game along with Sanders? Kobe Sanders. They get it into Harden on the left wing. Harden being guarded by Bridges now. With Kawhi out of the game. Harden dancing with it. Double step back, pump fake, leans in, kicks it out to Chris Dunn in the last second. A straightaway three over Brunson. Almost banks it in, can't get it to go. And Bridges with the rebound, we're bringing it down the other way. Bridges gets it over to Robinson. Robinson fakes the handoff. He has it up top, hands it off to Brunson. Brunson coming to his right. Brunson, stop, dancing with it. Pull up three over Dunn. Got it to go from JB. Okay, get hot then. Knicks take the lead, baby. Knicks take the lead. This is what we want. Harden bringing it down. Has it up top, being guarded by Bridges. Get over to Sanders. Sanders being guarded by Clarkson. Coming to his left off the Lopez screen. Sanders stops, kicks out to Lopez. An open three. Robinson dares him to shoot it. He does, and he makes him pay by knocking it down. And Clarkson bringing it down. Clarkson up top being guarded by Sanders. Get it over to Yabusele. Yabusele hands it off to Bridges. Now back to Clarkson. Clarkson going to run the pick and roll with Robinson. Coming to his right. Hesitates. Goes right past Lopez. Nash dribble under the rim. Keeping the dribble alive. Hits Yabusele, come back door. Hangs in the air. Gets blocked. Come on, big Yabu. Picks it back up. Throws a lob up. Robinson did not look ready for it. And it's a shot clock violation. I don't know if he was throwing it up at the rim as a floater or if he was throwing it up as a lob. I like the effort from Yabu. You got to be stronger or hit a pump fake, big dog. We got to get that shot to go down. MBM said, I need a win tonight. Not asking. Absolutely. Absolutely, MBM. Harden has it up top to get it over to Sanders. Sanders picks and pops for a three after setting the screen. Almost shoots up an air ball out of bounds off of Collins. Yabusele was there trying to box him out. Good effort from Yabu. I'm going to keep calling it out because we need something from big Yabusele. Here comes Brunson bringing it down. Brunson has it up top, hands it off to Bridges. Get it back to Brunson. Brunson being guarded by Collins. Brunson's going to dance with it. Coming to his right off a high Robinson screen. Down the lane. Leans in, kicks it out to Bridges. Tagging to his right. Cross-court pass to Clarkson, and a bad pass from Mikal Bridges right over the head of Clarkson. Just that's a swarming defense. Something we have not been able to say about this Knicks team, for sure. Harden has it up top, being guarded by Bridges. Tagging to his left, loses the handle, picks it up. Going to dance with it, coming to his right, down the lane, kicks it out to Lopez. Lopez fires up a three over Robinson, well contested. Can't get it to go. Brunson with the rebound, he's bringing it down the other way. Hit ahead to Bridges. Bridges has a lane, crosses over. Foul line, fall away jumper. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Robinson, the offensive rebound, goes up with the layup. Attempt, can't get it to go, but knocks the rebound out to Clarkson. Clarkson out to Brunson, back to Clarkson. Settles his feet, fires the three. Got it to go down. Jordan Clarkson. Okay, brother. Okay, getting comfortable from the perimeter. 23-22. These teams trading leads now. Harden bringing it down. Coming to his right up a high Lopez screen. Harden steps back, hesitates, shoves it over to Collins. Collins, the right wing three. He's open. He can't get it to go. Brunson with the rebound. Almost lost the handle out of bounds, but now he'll bring it down. Being picked up by Sanders. Can't get out to Clarkson. Wide open right wing three over Lopez. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Collins has it. Here comes Batum. Now over to Harden. Harden will bring it down. Bridges will pick him up. Harden up top. Directing traffic. Crosses over to his left. Down the lane. Scoop layup to the basket. Gets blocked by Robinson. Bridges with the rebound. And then he gets fouled by Collins. There you go, Big Mitch. That's the defense we need. That's the defense we need from this team. And a full timeout from the Clippers. When was the last time the New York Knicks forced the opponent team to actually call a timeout? Hilarious. Hilarious. Just that and Mikal is not worth the 40 minutes a game. Well, he doesn't play 40 minutes a game. Mike Brown, to his credit, in comparison to his predecessor, has done a really good job of keeping everybody's minutes normal. Normal starting minutes for everybody. There was a crazy stat flown around not too long ago that last year between Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, and OG Anunoby, they played 90 games each combined. They played 90 games in which they played over 40 minutes. And I think this year, so far, it's like 12 or something combined. 12, something like that. So, Kay Hazy said, better defense so far. Hopefully we can do this against teams that aren't old men. Well, to be fair to them, Kay Hazy, this Clippers team has been very, very, very good as of late. They picked up very good victories. They dominated the Pistons. They have very good victories under their belt. As a matter of fact, we can look at their Look at their schedule real quick. And look at the past couple of games they played. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. They have been playing better as of late. Raymond said the game is cooking. The team is back. Yes, sir, Raymond. Yes, sir. They beat Golden State. They beat Utah, Sacramento. They beat Detroit. They beat Portland, who's pretty good. They beat Houston, who's pretty good. They beat the Lakers, who I don't think are very good, but their record says otherwise. And that was a nice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-game winning streak before they got smoked by Boston. So they've been playing better as of late. Much better. Dad said every missed shot from McHale, he should do 10 push-ups. Gillette, what's up, Gillette? Thanks for bringing the game, Chef. From Orlando again. Appreciate you, Gillette. Appreciate you, brother. Bruce said, in this offense, McHale should be chucking up no less than 15 to 20 shots tonight. That's a lot of shots. That's like Jalen Brunson range of shots. I'm good with like 10. Give me 10. Give me 10. Give me around 10. 10 attempts. 10 to 15 in that range. Right? It's just a lot of shots going around. Like Cat needs like about 15. Anunoby needs 10 to 15. Bridges needs 10 to 15. When Josh Hart is back, he should be hovering around 10. You know. There we go. Yeah. All right, here we go. The Flea said Cat needs those touches. Cat's been solid tonight. Been solid. I've liked what I've seen from Cat so far. The Flea said get him engaged again. I like the drive he had. He didn't use the off arm. As a matter of fact, he put the ball in his off arm hand. In his offhand. He was driving to his left. Instead of hooking, he decided to just pick that ball up and then go for the scoop layup instead of using the offhand. So that's one way to make sure. McBride down, driving it down to kick back out to Brunson. Driving to his left on Sanders. Bump Euro, throws up the floater. Can't get it to go. It's usually a go-to pass shot for JB, but he can't get that one to go. And I gave the Knicks one more point than they should have. So it's 22 to 23, 140 to go. Harden has it on the right wing, being guarded by Robinson on a switch. Harden directing traffic. Harden dancing with it, hesitates, crossover, step back, over Robinson, got it to go. That's just vintage James Harden right there. Hit ahead to Clarkson. Clarkson hesitates from 3, now over to Brunson. And just that simple push the ball up the court is really effective to force the other team's defense to hustle back and communicate. Brunson jab step out to Anunoby. Anunoby a right corner 3, in and out, can't get it to stay. I like the shot from OG though, no hesitation, fired that thing up there. Harden has it on the right wing, being guarded by McBride. Coming to is right up the Lopez screen. They show 2. Harden's got nowhere to go. Excellent defense. And throws a bad behind-the-back pass, and Clarkson saw it. Down the lane, kicks it over to Anunoby. Two-handed slam for OG. Where's my foul call? I don't know, but he got the dunk to go down. Great drop-off pass from Clarkson, by the way. And also a very great steal from Clarkson. Love to see that. Good defense from the Knicks yet again. Defense leading the offense again. How many times have we been able to say that these last couple of games? Lopez hands it off to Harden. Harden being guarded by McBride. Harden on the right wing, being guarded by Deuce. Jab step, hesitates, jab step, step back 3 over McBride. Got it to go for James Harden. He's getting into his bag now. Vintage James Harden yet again. 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Brunson bringing it down, coming to his right. Being picked up by Harden. Brunson's going to dance. Brunson crosses over, down the lane to the basket, flips it up. Got it to go for JB, and everybody's cooking so far. I love to see it. Here comes Sanders bringing it down. Sanders has it up top, being guarded by Clarkson. Sanders coming to his right up a Harden screen. The Knicks switches. Now Clarkson is stuck on Harden. 4 seconds to go, 3 seconds to go. They show a double team. Harden heaves it up there and gets a foul. Not even a landing foul. I think that's Jordan Clarkson. Hits him on the arm. That's 3 free throws for James Harden. Joel Palin, what's up, Joel? Hope the Knicks make me happy tonight. Me too, brother, me too. I hope they make you happy too. So Harden's at the foul line for 3. There's 1.5 seconds to go, and Harden knocks down the first one. So for all of the talk of the good defense so far, I The Knicks have given up 30 points, which is not terrible. But I thought that was a pretty good defensive first quarter. Would like that number to be a little bit lower. As Harden knocks down all 3 free throws. McBride heaves it up from half court, comes up short, and that will be the end of our first quarter. 31-27. Not a bad first quarter from the Knicks. The issue is that we've seen them not have bad quarters previously. Right? They normally don't come out the gate and immediately start getting ran out of the gym. It usually happens starting here in the second and then going the rest of the game. So this is a big second quarter for our New York Knicks. 31-27. What you got for me in the second quarter, y'all? Rose Pier was a Rose Pier. I had a dream the Knicks will win this and never stop winning to the last game of the playoffs. Oda Austin said, we can't afford 5 more losses. No, they cannot. Definitely not in a row, I'll tell you that. Mark, what's up, Mark? Get our timer set up here. There we go. We can go around the league. A couple of games have already started. Magic taking on the Nets. The Roaring Nets, who have been playing much better as of late. The now Trae Youngless Hawks, who are on the verge of trading Trae Young, taking on the Pelicans tonight. Celtics and Nuggets locked in a tight one. I don't know how the Nuggets are pulling this off, but this is what I was hoping the Knicks could do. This is what I was hoping the Knicks could pull off. Jamal Murray. Christian Brown has returned. Look at Christian Brown, y'all. He's back. After a long stint of missing some time, he is back. Wow, it's a big get back for the Denver Nuggets. Aaron Gordon should also be on his way back as well. But they're starting De'Ron Holmes, Spencer Jones. Jamal Murray's back in the lineup tonight. Christian Brown hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure he's played some good defense out there. Peyton Watson's got 16. He's 6% from the field and 4-4 from three-point range, and they're tied at 58 against the roaring Boston Celtics. We're all Denver fans tonight, aren't we? Aren't we all? 8 points off the bench for Hardaway. Aaron Gordon also back. Look at Gordon. He's just coming off the bench. Look at Aaron Gordon go, y'all. I'm rooting for the Denver Nuggets hard. There we go. There we go. Just that's it. Nuggets bench wanting to get run. I mean, who was the kid the other day? Jalen Pickett had a career night against Philadelphia the other day to help pull off that victory. Wasn't it an overtime victory? Shout out Jalen Pickett. Sometimes you're just waiting for your opportunity. Like Tyler Kolek. Here we go, getting started for the second quarter. This is going to be a fun game to watch. They're already at halftime, so this game will end before ours. That's a Trace's salary dump trade. Crazy, you might not be wrong. Wizards down by 6 to Philly at halftime. You got to pull that one off, Washington. Come on, brother, we're all rooting for you. Mark.TV, what's up, Mark.TV? Pistons in a close one against the Bulls. Hornets in a close one against the Raptors. All right, we got some good games to keep an eye on here tonight. Let's get back here. Tyler Kolek starts the second quarter. I've already made it known how I feel about that rotation of him not playing until the second quarter, but that's me. Kolek has it on the right wing, calling for a screen against Towns, coming to his left off the Towns screen. McBride, right corner 3. He gets open and he knocks down the 3. There you go, Big Deuce. There you go. Nice manipulation and feed from Tyler Kolek. My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. There we go. Kawhi has it up top to get it over to Lopez. Lopez hands it off to Collins. Driving to his left. Kick it out to Kawhi. Kawhi an open 3 over Anunoby. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Clarkson, good box out, knocks the rebound over to Towns. And here comes Kolek, quickly trying to push the pace. Leaves it off for Towns as the trailer. Attacking to his left, down the lane, scoop layup, gets blocked out of bounds. A lot of contact, no foul call. I think the way Karl-Anthony Towns is driving to the basket tonight is very evident of him trying not to pick up that off-arm foul. He is keeping 2 hands on the ball when he's going to the basket, which is very good. It's very good. We have not gotten a silly offensive foul from Towns yet. Kolek kicks it back out to Towns for an open straightaway 3, and he continues to misfire these 3-point shots. Brother, we got to get you to knock him down, big dog. Here comes, who is this? Miller? Jay Miller? Shout out Jay Miller. I got to look up exactly who it is. Batum in the corner, back out to Miller. Miller on the right wing, being guarded by Kolek. Swings through to his left, leaves it off to Lopez. Lopez dribbles to an open spot for a 3. Almost banks it in. It was so off. Good defense from Towns. Good defense from the Knicks. Kolek with a long rebound. He has it up top. Coming to his left off the Towns screen. Takes it up top to Anunoby. Knocked loose. A bad pass from Tyler Kolek. And now here comes the Clippers. They kick it out. Kawhi wide open left wing 3 in transition. Got it to go. And McBride bringing it down the other way. He has it on the left wing, leaves it off to Towns. Towns in the high post, looking for a pass. Driving to his right, spins to his left. Gets blocked again by Lopez. You got to be a lot more under control there, Towns. Trying to force the issue here. And then down the lane, they kick it out. Miller, a left wing three, rattles it in, and back-to-back threes for the Clippers. Causes Mike Brown to call a timeout. Knicks down by 7 here, 37-30. Davilbon. What's up, Davilbon? Kiana Bryant. What's up, Kiana? Didn't they talk to Kat in a team meeting recently? There was a team meeting recently. I don't think the details have come out as to exactly what they've talked about, but players did voice their opinions about, I'm sure everything came up. I'm sure they did talk to Karl Anthony Towns. I'm sure they also talked to Brunson and Bridges and Anunoby and everybody else involved. Wilson said, is Collins in the game or the bench for now? Collins is on the bench, brother. Collins is on the bench. Mark said, blocked by an unk. He has been. Who is this kid? Jordan Miller. Learn about Jordan Miller. 25 years old, 6'5", out of Miami. Was drafted a couple years ago. He's a guard. What has he done throughout his career? Has he played? A couple of games last year, a couple of games his rookie year. He's played 8 games so far this year. Is he good at anything in particular? Not really. Hasn't really played enough to make that sort of determination. And yet he's already knocked down a 3 against the Knicks tonight. Because of course. As a matter of fact, can we look at totals? Right, we can look at totals. 3-point totals this year. That was his 8th made 3-pointer, or his 9th made 3-pointer this year. Okay. Anthony said, I can no longer tolerate Cat. Soft heart? He doesn't have a soft heart, brother. That's a weird comment. Buzzbeater with the Buzzbeater. Cat is slow. Cat can be slow. He's just... And you can be slow. Like, slow is not derogatory. You can be slow. Slow does not mean bad. You could be methodical. His issue is he's just not methodical. He doesn't have enough go-to moves. Well, you guys can see the whole picture. I apologize. This is Jordan Miller here. Shout out Jordan Miller. Getting some playing time today. And of course, he's already knocked down a 3 against the Knicks. Because everybody knocks down 3s against the Knicks. David said, send Cat to the Pelicans. Bring Zion here? Oh, brother. Keep Zion as far away from my franchise as possible. Manuel Mercado said Knicks are going to win this game with a Brunson step-back 3. Listen, I'll take a win any way they can get it. But I hope it doesn't have to come down to that. Mark.TV said he's not playing like an all-star? Sure, he's not. David said we need them dogs. They need Josh Hart. They need Landry Shamet back. And then we can go from there. Y'all's fascination with dogs, I'm not going to lie. Y'all got to get back to 2026, y'all. Got to get back to 2026. Here we go. Here we go. Kolek has it up top, dancing with it. Get it over to Towns. Towns being guarded by Batum. Hands it off to McBride. McBride up top being guarded by Batum on a switch. Pull up 3 for Deuce. Got to go, nothing but net. This dude, they got to figure something. Somebody's got to figure out how to guard him. There is no guarding him right now. My goodness. Sanders has it up top, gets fouled by Kolek. Some physical defense from Kolek. Gets fouled for being too handsy. Fouls him for being too handsy. Harsh, what's up, Harsh? They get it in the Sanders. Sanders being guarded by Kolek. Sanders dancing with it. Crosses over to his left. Stops, turns, spins, pump fake, fall away. Gets blocked by Deuce McBride. Robinson with the rebound. Good defense from Kolek. Excellent help from Deuce. And Kolek bringing it down, directing traffic. We have the double big lineup in there, by the way, along with McBride, Kolek, and Anunoby. Kolek coming to his right. They get over to Deuce, over to Towns. Towns in the corner. Pump fakes from 3. Attacking off the bounce. Down the lane. Stop. Pump fake. Goes up. Loses it. Knocked out of his hands. McBride picks it up. Quickly shoves up a 3. And he got it to go again. Deuce McBride is insane, y'all. He is insane. My goodness, Deuce. And pushing it down the other end. Towns with a big block out of bounds. Yes, sir, big dog. Way to hustle back. Towns talking to the officials. Where's my foul at? Just that's a deuce game. I mean, it's been a deuce game since coming back from the injury. Isn't he averaging like 16, 17 points or something like that? My goodness. Right now, they put it up on the board. McBride is shooting 46% from three so far. 46. That would be the fourth, tied for the third highest three-point percentage in Knicks history. They get over to Kawhi. Kawhi leaning in, fall away baseline jumper. Got it to go. That's just Kawhi being Kawhi right there. All right, 39-36. It's a three-point game, under 9 to go. Kolek has it up top, dancing with it, being guarded by Miller. Kolek coming to his left, down the lane, leans in, throws up the floater, comes up short, battle for a rebound, knocked out of bounds. Good battle from the Knicks. They save it. They save the possession. It'll stay here with New York. Mark.TV said Deuce is on fire. He's in fuego right now. Isaiah Garner said our sixth man off the bench. I mean, to me, he should be the starter. We should be bringing in Deuce McBride, another one. Comes up short on that one. Towns the offensive rebound, though. Towns keeps it. He's still looking at the ref, saying he's getting grabbed. Towns in the post. Stop. Drop step. Righty hook. Got it to go. Towns still talking to the ref. All right, don't take it out on the ref, though, Towns. Take it out on the Clippers. I like that turnaround hook shot. I like it. I like it. Give me more of that. Kawhi, driving it down against McBride. Turns it over. No way, foul on Deuce. And they're going to say a shot attempt? Oh, brother, this dude, Tony Brothers, is a trash official. You guys know I don't like giving my opinion on officials, but Tony Brothers just rubs me the wrong way, man. Keep that guy away from my team. Just that's a Batum's such a pest. He's one of those wing players because of his age. Because of his age and the way and you know how much he plays at this point in his career, he's gettable for the Knicks. I would not mind seeing Batum on the Knicks for this finals run here. Kawhi Leonard splits the free throws. This is a guy who is a 96% free throw shooter so far this year. Leave it off for Towns. Pump fakes from three. Driving it down. Throws a lob to Mitchell Robinson. Okay, Towns. The Mitchell Robinson, Karl-Anthony Towns connection. And we're tied up at 40. Get active then, Towns. Get active. Miller has it on the left wing. Dancing with it. Coming to his right of a Zubac screen. Pocket pass to Zoo. Zoo against Robinson. Backing him down. Stop. Turn. Spin. Flips it up. Got it to go. Zubac so skilled. He's so skilled. McBride bringing it down the other way. Crosses over to his left. Steps back. Hesitates. Being guarded by Dunn. They swing it out to Towns. Towns being guarded by Batum. Driving it down. Leans in. Throws up the floater. Off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Looking for a foul. He doesn't get it. Here comes Miller bringing it down the other way. Miller gets it over to Batum. Batum gets it over to Zubac. Zubac gets it over to Leonard. Leonard coming to his right. Pump fakes. Gets it over to Zubac. Shovels it down low to Chris Dunn. And they say Chris Dunn stepped out of bounds. Ball going back to the Knicks. Good defense from the Knicks. Good swarming defense, as you guys were saying earlier. Defense showing up tonight. Now you just got to pull out the victory. You got to continue to guard, and you got to be able to pull off the victory. Isaiah Garner said, I said the same thing. Deuce should be the starter. He's that good of a shooter. Absolutely. And he's that good of a defender. Keep Deuce in the starting lineup. Bring Josh Hart off the bench. Josh Hart can still play his 30, 32 minutes a night. But you need Deuce in that starting lineup. Kolek has it up top, coming to his left upper Robinson screen. They show two. Now they hedge back. Take it over to Bridges. Back to Kolek. Kolek's going to look to attack. Driving it down. Out to McBride. Pump fakes. One dribble in. Mid-range pull-up jumper. Got it to go. It don't matter. Threes, twos. If he's rising up to shoot it, it's going down. Deuce McBride. My goodness. Kawhi bringing it down the other way, being guarded by Bridges. Deuce McBride up to 12 points. He's 4 for 8 from the field. Kawhi coming to his right. Gets fouled by Kolek. 2 fouls on Kolek. I like the defensive aggression from Kolek, but you gotta play a little bit more under control. McBride to the bench. Great minutes from Deuce McBride. Phenomenal minutes from Big Deuce. Mark.TV said Deuce game. Up to 12. Up to 12. Anthony Dean said, although I hate him, the refs have no respect for Cat. They do not. They do not. They don't give him a single call, man. They get it into Kawhi being chased by Bridges. Coming to his left. Kawhi's going to dance with it. Crosses over to his left. Step back. Mid-range follow-away jumper. Off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Long rebound. Bridges doesn't go to it. And John Collins able to sneak in and grab it. Harden coming off the screen. Being guarded by Towns. He's going to dance with it. Crosses over to his left. Down the lane. Blows right past him. Down the lane. Gets tied up. Knocked out of bounds. They're going to say it's off for Robinson. Does Robinson get credited with a block there? A wild drive from James Harden. Isaiah Garner said, but Hart had been playing really great in the starting lineup, shooting the ball really good from three. I mean, yeah. I'm not saying play him 15 minutes a night. Still play him 30. Kawhi has to turn and fire with the shot clock winding down off the back rim, can't get it to go. Knocked out of bounds by Collins. The ball is going to stay with the New York Knicks, and the Knicks will quickly bring it down the other way. Kolek has it up top, coming to his left, dancing with it, coming to his right, over to Clarkson, back to Kolek, and Clarkson with a lazy pass. I know a travel on Kawhi Leonard. Knicks catch a break there. It was a clean steal from Leonard, but they call a travel on him. Mark.tv said, I like the pace and the pressure. I got no problem with that. Absolutely. This is the Knicks team we saw earlier in the year, before this 4-game slide. This is the Knicks team that we all love to root for. Decent minutes for Kolek. Decent minutes. Brunson back in, along with Bridges, Clarkson, Robinson, and Yabusele also back in. Robinson has it up top. Fakes the handoff. Gets it over to Brunson. Brunson coming to his right. Stops. Dances with it. Being guarded by Harden. Brunson coming to his left. Driving it down in the lane. Throws up the floater. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Robinson has it. Goes back up. Can't get it to go. Battle for it again. Chris Dunn able to come over for the help. Here comes James Harden bringing it down the other way. Harden being guarded by Bridges. Coming to his left off the screen. Yabusele switched onto him. Harden's going to dance with it. Step back three over Yabu. James Harden has the touch tonight. He's got the touch. That's his third step back three. Jordan Clarkson will bring it down. See, that's what I like. Chris Dunn went to guard Jalen Brunson full court. They just inbounded it to Clarkson. He brought it down. No issues. Bridges has it up top. I don't like how slow the offense is suddenly getting these last couple of possessions. They kick it out to Clarkson for an open three. Clarkson way off on that one. Careens off the side of the rim. Clarkson able to tiptoe that baseline. No, he is not. He's actually out of bounds, so the ball will go back to the Clippers here. Chris Dunn bringing it down. Being guarded by Brunson. They get it over to Kawhi. Kawhi swings through to his left. Snakes it back to his right. Down the lane. Flips it up to the right hand. Got it to go for Kawhi. Against the shot blocker and Robinson. 47-42. Here comes Deuce McBride. Here comes Mikal Bridges to the foul line. Fall away mid-range shot. Got it to go. Okay. Under 5. Harden bringing it down, being guarded by Clarkson. Get it over to Kawhi. Being guarded by Bridges, backing him down, stop, turn, pump fake, kicks it out to Harden, up top, being guarded by Clarkson. Drives to his right, down the lane, throws up the floater, can't get it to go, battle for the rebound, and Zubac able to tip it up and in, as Robinson had to come over on the help. Zubac was able to garner position there. They swing it out to Yabusele, hands it off to Clarkson. Clarkson calling for a screen. I don't like how slow the Knicks offense has gotten with Clarkson and Brunson back in. Clarkson steps back. He's going to isolate against Zubac. Crosses over to his right. Give me a bucket. And he gave me a bucket. There you go, Clarkson. If you can isolate, give me the bucket. At least give me a decent shot. McBride, Anunoby, and Towns sitting at the scores table. Under 4 to go here. Harden has it up top. The Knicks, are they in a zone here? They're in a zone. A 3-2 zone. They get it to Dunn. The foul line. Throws up a floater. Can't get it to go. Great boxing out from Yabusele. And then a foul on the Clippers. Great boxing out from Yabusele to keep Zubac off the glass. Great box out from Yabusele. Al Machinery, what's up, Al? Angela Harding, what's up, Angela? The Flea said 3-2. It looks like a 3-2 zone to me. It's a little weird. It looks like it was initially like a 1-2-2, but it fell back into a 3-2. It might just be a high 3-2. El Tigre, what's about Tigre? $3:30 to go. Brunson up top. Gets it over to Anunoby, the starting 5 back in, along with McBride, Anunoby, and Towns. Towns has it in the high post, being guarded by Zubac. Towns catches, pump fakes, driving it down in the lane, throws up the floater. Can't get it to go, but he finally gets a foul call. Wow. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Isaiah Gardner said, you think Mike Brown is messing up the consistency with putting different lineups and subbing people in and out because we've been dealing with injuries? I think that might have been the case, Isaiah Gardner, back when he was doing like 11, 12-man rotations, just subbing guys in and out. I get he was experimenting and searching for whoever has it going that night, but I do think that he's got to lock down a pretty consistent rotation, whether that's Yabusele or McCullough or Diawara or whoever it is. I think you just pick a guy and stick with him at this point. Because when you drop 4 in a row, you don't have the wiggle room to experiment the way he was before. I do like the quick substitution patterns. That keeps guys fresh to me. Towns knocks down both free throws. 49-48. A little over 3 minutes to go. Harden has it up top. Get it down low to Kawhi in the high post. Foul line extended. In the mid-range, pump fake steps through, throws up the floater, gets a friendly bounce off the front of the rim, and he gets it to go down. I don't love this zone from the Knicks. They traditionally are not very good at zone. They have not been very good at zone this year. Brunson gets it over to Towns. Towns being picked up by Kawhi. Bullet pass over to Anunoby, who pump fakes, driving it down in the lane. Tries to kick it out to Bridges. Bridges can't save a bad pass, and it goes out of bounds. Bad pass from OG. Good hands from the Clippers. And a full timeout from the Clippers. Gigi said, are these Wings players frauds? Why have they really stopped? Opponents hit threes left and right on them? I'm not sure you understand how defense in the NBA works, Chichi. Raymond said, Cat always gets mugged and never gets the call. Never. We could quibble about like initiating contact and whatnot, but we've seen guys in the NBA, and this happens all the time. This happens for other guys on the Knicks. Initiate contact, get the foul call. And Karl-Anthony Towns just never gets the benefit of the doubt for whatever reason. Just that's a trade McHale and OG for Giannis. And then you have no wings and no three-point shooting. Isaiah Gardner said, agree with the need to keep the same rotation until Harden Shamet comes back. Yeah, I mean, look, he experimented for a while there. Again, they were running on fumes. They were completely running on fumes for a while there. So I get him being like, let me try this guy. Let me try that guy. Nobody has it tonight. Mo Diawara, you go in the second half. So I understood it for a couple of games there. It got a little crazy in, I think it was the Atlanta game where like 12 guys played. Got a little crazy there. Shortened it up a little bit for Philly. Shortened it up for Detroit. It didn't matter. They got smoked and ran out of the gym. Nobody had a good game that night. And today he's gone to a legit rotation. He's gone to a legit rotation. We can look real quick who's played so far. It's a regular 9-man rotation. Koligan and Yabusele each got 6 first-half minutes. This is perfect rotations so far. Nothing really to complain about. The only thing that I would like to see changed, but it's just quibbling about small things, is I'd like to see Jalen Brunson subbed out at some point in the first quarter. I don't like him playing the whole first quarter. Don't love that, but that's just me. Anthony said Cat complains to the refs too much, so they hate him. Everybody complains to the ref, Anthony. Luka averages 12 free throws a game. That guy does nothing but complain to the refs after every single play. You can't tell me that that's the issue. Lee said I wouldn't give Cat anything either. That's crazy. Arthur, what's up, Arthur? Knicks will pull this one out. I'm hoping so. If they play solid defense, they should win. It's a big if, right, Arthur? It's a big if. Andrew Romero. What's up, Andrew? Andrew Romeo. What's up, Romeo? We got a game here. Bless up, Chevy. Appreciate you, Romeo. Appreciate you. All right, here we go. Back into it. Harden takes it out to Dunn. The left corner three has been misfiring all night. Continues to misfire. Collins and Zubac combined for an offensive rebound there. And battle for the loose ball and out of bounds off of Collins. Good defense from the Knicks yet again. They gave up the offensive rebound, but they get the possession back. Jalen Brunson will bring it down. Now they get it over to Bridges. Bridges will bring it down. Bridges gets it over to Towns. Towns gets it over to McBride. McBride gets it back to Brunson. Brunson an open straightaway three. Got it to go. Excellent play from the New York Knicks. Excellent play. They tie it back up at 51 here. Got the captain a wide open three off of off-ball movement. Excellent. Kawhi Leonard has it up top. Being guarded by Bridges. Crosses over to his left off a Zubac screen. Snaking it back to his right hand. Has it at the foul line. Bridges recovers. Kawhi dancing with it. Down the lane. Ball away midi. Got it to go. That's just Kawhi being Kawhi. There's literally nothing you could do about that. There's almost nothing you could do about that. Bridges bringing it down. Knicks looking to run a similar play as before. Bridges cuts it down through. Now they switch it. They get it over to Anunoby. The exact same play. Clippers guard it a little differently. How do the Knicks respond? They show two to Brunson. Pass fake. Down low to Bridges. Shoves it over to Towns. Towns down the lane. Takes a bump. Can't get the layup to go. They say full verticality from Zubac. Good defense from him. Here comes Kawhi bringing it down the other way. Pull up three for him. Got it to go. Now Kawhi's getting it going. Kawhi's up to 21 in the first half here. My goodness, Kawhi is a monster. McBride gets it over to Towns. Towns attacking to his left. Picks up his handle. Shoves it over to McBride. He's coming to his left. Zubac hedges out hard. They get it over to Towns. Towns, no-look pass, bullet pass inside. They kick it back to McBride. Good rotations. They kick it out to Bridges. Bridges sets his feet. Driving to his left. Mid-range, deep two, pull-up jumper. Can't get it to go. Long rebound over to Zubac. Somebody got to shoot that shot there. Anunoby. I didn't love that pass out to McBride. Just shoot it. Kawhi dancing with it. They shovel it over to Harden. Harden, a wide open three. Comes up short. And a foul on Kawhi. Anunoby ran into him. And they say Kawhi on a moving screen. That's it. Refs letting it happen. Mark said, with Kawhi and Harden cooking, we're cooked. I mean, it's a 5-point game, brother. It's a 5-point game. Under a minute to go here in the first half. Kawhi and Harden had a very good first halves. And it's a 5-point game. You got to take what you can take, brother. The Knicks are not playing well, so take what we can get. We got to take what we can get. Brunson has it up top, coming to his left off a McBride screen. Brunson dancing with it against Harden. Coming to his right. Step back inside the McBride. Baseline fall-away jumper. Can't get a friendly bounce. Battle for the rebound. Chris Dunn pulls it away. And Harden will walk it down the other way. Harden has it up top. He's going to wind down the clock as much as he can. There's about a 9-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Harden being guarded by McBride. Coming to his left. McBride strips him, but they call a foul, and they had a foul to give. McBride doesn't necessarily agree with the foul call, but they had a foul to give, so it's still side out of bounds for the Clippers. 15 seconds to go. Isaiah Garner said Kawhi's top 5 when healthy. Probably. Even at this age. Probably. Mark.tv said we're not getting rebounds. This is terrible. I'm pretty sure this is a pretty decent rebounding team, the Clippers. But we could check it. We could check it. Diawara in for the final 15 seconds here. Along with Robinson. Get it into Harden. Lopez is also back in, trying to spread the court for the Clippers. McBride guarding Harden here. Harden's going to dance with it. Crosses over to his left. Takes it out to Lopez. A deep left corner three at the buzzer. Way off. Shot up an air ball. And that will be the end of our halftime. End of our first half. How do y'all feel? How do y'all feel? The Knicks have not given us a whole lot to cheer about. It's a 5-point game at halftime. I'm going to take it, y'all. I'm going to take it. 5-point game at halftime. 56-51. Not terrible. 12 for Harden. 21 for Kawhi, who just cannot be stopped. He only got 1 rebound, though. Only 1 rebound, and he has been rebounding the heck out of the ball this season. So that's a pretty good sign. The Flea said, meh. I'm a little meh about it, too. Just in terms of the fact that, like, we don't have a ton to cheer about so far. And again, a little nervous. Don't want to drop 5 in a row, and you're trailing by 5. But Romeo said, still in it competing. That's all I'm looking for at this point, right? Just that said, Tony Brothers waiting for his spot to hammer down his own impression. Tony Brothers is the worst. I think Tony Brothers is the worst official in the NBA. That's just me. Rated E for emotions with the Rated E. Big Ragu for Pacom and Yabusele. Why would the Timberwolves want Pacom and Yabusele for Dante? Why would they want that, Rated E? Why? Why would they ever, in their right minds, agree to that deal? All right, let's look at the team stats first before we go over the box scores. Nobody really winning the possession game. 45 shot attempts to 44. Very, very close game. 3-point attempts as well, 22 to 18. 8 made to 9 made. All right. Zoom it out one more. I like that better. Free throws, 6 to 3. Not a lot of fouls being called. They're allowing them to play physically. 21 rebounds to 19. So nobody's really dominating the boards. It's even. 6 offensive rebounds for both teams. 11 assists to 12 assists. This is a very equal game all the way down the way. Turnovers, total turnovers, 6 each. Very even game all the way down. Points in the paint, 22 to 18. Only a 4-point differential. Not much at all. Okay. But the percentage of the lead goes to the LA Clippers. They've led 71% of the way. The Knicks have led for 7. So again, the Knicks have found themselves trailing the majority of the game so far. They need to give us something to cheer for. They need to give us something to get hyped about. Teddy Don said, something is going on in the locker room? What do you mean by that, brother? Isaiah Gardner said, if Yabu ain't playing well, he needs to play Diawara because he's given us a lot on offense and defense. I'm with you, Isaiah Gardner. I'm big on Diawara. I love what we saw from him. All of the things. I think the part of the reason why we haven't seen Diawara is because teams just decided we're not going to guard that guy from 3-point range. And so what your offense kind of devolves into is we're going to swing the ball around. It's going to find its way into Mo Diawara's hands, and he's going to be open from 3-point range. And your offense is just like reliant on Mo Diawara knocking down threes all of a sudden instead of actually being able to run some actions. It started in that Spurs game on New Year's Eve where Wembanyama was like, I'm not guarding that guy. And even though Mo Diawara was 2 for 5, he hit his first 2, missed his next 3. And like I said, the offense just devolved into Mo Diawara, are you going to make this open 3 or not? Which is, it's just tough. I think you can find time for Mo Diawara. I don't think you should have him in the starting lineup anymore the way we were at that point. I would probably play him over Yabusele, but that's just me. Maybe they're talking about, hey, play Yabusele for the next month here before we get to the trade deadline, so he's got some value here. But, who knows? There could be a multitude of reasons why they're going to Yabusele over Mo Diawara. And maybe some logical ones like, hey, you know what? I just want a veteran, a guy who's played high leverage basketball over Mo Diawara, who's a rookie, and a really young rookie at that. So there could be a multitude of reasons why they're going to Yabusele over Diawara. I would prefer Diawara, but that's just me. I'm not in the locker room. I'm not the guy whose job is on the line to make those decisions. So, Shottage, what's up, Shottage? Stop blaming Big Cat. It's a point guard problem. Cat is not a playmaker. So as to get him a shot. He's an all-star, brother. Go get a shot. Go get me a shot. You're an all-star. Also, you're getting open shots, and you're not going to leave them down. Of course it's his problem. It's his problem. It's also the point guard's problem. It's also Mikal Bridges and Anunoby's problem. It's also Mike Brown's problem. It's everybody's problem. It's a team game. It's 5-on-5. Don't absolve Karl-Anthony Towns from not playing well. Everybody gets a piece of the blame pie. Teddy Don said Knicks aren't playing the way they're supposed to be playing. I think they're playing fine. Right now, they're playing fine. They're playing a very, very fine game. They could be playing better, sure, but this is the best they've looked in 4 games. I'm not gonna, or 3 games. This is the best they've looked in 3 games. They looked pretty good against the Spurs in that game and then blew it at the end. This is the best they've looked in 3 games. So I'm not. They look fine. They look perfectly fine. Cross Signal said showcasing Yabu. Maybe. It could be that. It could be just wanting the veteran presence of Yabu over a rookie in Diawara. It could be a multitude of things. Right? The fact that Yabu could actually knock down a 3 versus Diawara, who you're kind of figuring out whether he can knock down a 3 or not. I know he's shooting it confident. He was shooting it confidently and whatnot, but it could be a multitude of things. It could just be as simple as you said, Cross Signal, just showcase some Yabu so we could try and trade him out. Teddy said they're not playing good basketball at all. I completely disagree, Teddy. Why do you say that, brother? Why do you say that? Jason said, I'm going to blame the person to blame. If Cat gets 1 rebound and only shoots 5 times in a game, that's on him. Yeah, I mean, there's only so much a point guard can do, right? He can't tell a guy to. He's not the guy rebounding for Karl Anthony Towns. Yeah, he actually Towns needed to grab more than one rebound. So. Romeo said, Chevy made a good point. They're coming off the NBA Cup. NBA Cup run. Man's running on E. Yeah, they should definitely get a week off for at least winning the Cup runner-up too. Yeah. I mean, I think everybody feels that way, but nobody's going to feel bad for you. So we are weeks removed from the NBA Cup, so it's put your big boy pants on. Everybody's tired. Everybody's going through a slump. Like we talked about the Thunder. They're 6-6 in their last 12. We got to find a way. You got to dig down deep. You got to find a way. They're going to get Josh Hart back. Hopefully that's a injection of energy into the team. It should be. He's the chaos engine of the team. They're going to get Landry Shamet back. He should be an injection on the team as well. You know. Can said everybody had a name except the PG. Brunson? You want me to say Brunson? Brother, go back and watch the beginning of the game where I lambasted Jalen Brunson for his previous performance. We all know who the PG is. The captain. He's got higher expectations than everybody. And so when you have a poor game, it reflects poorly on you. The Flea said, I'll personally drive Yabu to his new team if any GM is interested. But I doubt it. Yeah, I mean, the latest reports we heard was that nobody's really all that interested in Yabusele, and that if the Knicks are going to look to trade him, they're probably going to have to attach something to him, whether it's a pick or another young player, in order to actually get something. But we will see. Things change. Things change all the time. Teams' value change after other trades are made. It's like, oh, well, maybe we should go get that guy to match up with that guy. So things will change. Things will definitely change. The Flea said New York Grit needs to show it. Yeah. Jason said, we just watched the Nuggets team with 0 starters win a game. Players got to step up and make some plays. McBride doing his best. Absolutely, Jason. Absolutely. Another great point. We could talk about how fun it is that Kolek has had the performance he's had. We could talk about how fun it's been that McCullough had a night. Diawara's had some nights. Dadier, unfortunately, hasn't shown us anything. But we could have all the fun in the world talking about that things. But you look around at the Denver Nuggets, and they're doing what they're doing without their starting five, but also without their sixth man in Jonas Valanciunas either. MEM said, Knicks playing well so far. Needs to translate to a win tonight. I mean, it's only so much you can do to... there's only so much, what's it called? Moral victories we can hand out when you're on a 4-game losing streak. So it's cool that they played well. Awesome. Great. Love it. We got 24 minutes of basketball left. You got to pull this one out. Teddy said, 3 losses on teams we're supposed to beat. And they're losing right now against the Clippers. It's a 5-point game, brother. Guy's not falling. I'll push back on the supposed to beat. You played the Detroit Pistons, who have the second best record in the NBA. At some point, you just got to be like, all right, they got the second best record in the NBA for a reason. Right? So I will push back on the supposed to beat those guys, but you're not supposed to lose by 31. So yeah, bad slump. Game comes at a really bad time. Lost to 3 rival East teams, and now you find yourself in as close to a must-win game as you can get in a regular season. Yak said we should hit our share of shots inside the paint. We did in the first half. Yeah, there was a lot of contact too in the paint. I could see them maybe actually calling some fouls in the second half. We'll see. It was a pretty foul-less first half. Carl James said, Knicks, definitely not a championship team. I mean, I don't know, brother. Were you saying that, Carl, when they were beating the Spurs for the NBA Cup championship and what felt like a playoff game? I didn't see you saying that then. If we were going to make generalizing sweeps every 5-game sample size, the Knicks were a championship team going into the NBA Cup and after the NBA Cup. But now suddenly they are not. Isaiah Garner said OKC not really playing their best basketball. themselves. Absolutely. They are 6-6 in the last 12 for a team that was projected to win 70 games. It's rough. And getting smoked by the Charlotte Hornets. At that. Crossing said defend the home court. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's go through the box scores real quick. Kawhi with 21 leading the way. Harden with 12. Zubac with 10. Their big three doing their big three things. The Knicks have done a really good job of shutting everybody else out. 5 for Collins, 2 for Dunn, 3 for Lopez, and 3 for Miller. Lopez hit a 3. Miller hit a 3. Dunn is 1 for 6, 0 for 4 from 3. And John Collins is 2 for 3 from the field. He hit a 3. So outside of the three-point shooting, the role players aren't really doing anything. That is a good sign. That should benefit the Knicks the rest of the night, unless Kawhi wants to go scorched earth like he did against the Pistons and pull this one out. The Knicks have OG Anunoby. They have Mikal Bridges. They should be able to slow down Kawhi Leonard as the game continues to go on. They have options, at least. But at the same time, Kawhi can hit that superstar ceiling. He's led a team to a championship, so the Knicks have to get that under control. If they do that, they should be able to win. Should be able to pull it off. Raymond said people, all top teams losing games too. I mean, these are the dog days of the regular season. Every top team is looking at the schedule. I shouldn't say every top team. Almost every top team is looking at the schedule and they're going, how much longer to the All-Star break, man? We've been going for a while. Been going for a minute here, right? And they at least had some time off during the NBA Cup experience, while the Knicks were playing, tough playoff level basketball games against the Magic, the Raptors, and then ultimately the Spurs in the championship. Jason said OKC taking that frustration out on Utah right now. We'll go around the league before we start here. We also didn't go over the Knicks stuff. Ken Underwood, what's up, Ken? Not used to the game after game. Not used to game after game. Just finished Jets season, and already Knicks are on a 4-game losing streak. Can somebody please do some winning? Yeah, I get it, Kent. I get it. I'm a very casual football fan, so the Jets and the Giants season did not affect me too much. But, man, if you're a football fan, whether you were a Giants or a Jets fan, to go from their season to the Knicks playing as well as they were and then suddenly tail spinning here these last 4 games is definitely, I'm sure, weighing on you. MEM said, Cafe ye of little faith has tables available. Does that so we can only hope for a best third quarter and hit threes, 40 attempts a game, so 22 more at least. Yeah, Mike Brown wants to hover around 40. John Jackson, what's up, John? Knicks need an enforcer at the wing. Enforcers don't really exist anymore, brother. They don't really exist anymore. Nick Yak said, visiting stars want to shine in the garden, and they always have. That has always been the mentality of people. Hughes McBride's our leading scorer, by the way, with 14 points. He's 5 for 10 from the field, 4 for 8 from 3. Jalen Brunson's 4 for 6 from the field, 2 for 2 from 3. Having a good night, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. 1 turnover for JB, only 1. Love to see that. Bridges with 5. All right, 5 points, 5 boards, 2 assists. Karl-Anthony Towns with 6, 4, and 4. Nice stat line for Karl-Anthony Towns. Obviously, we want a little bit more in the scoring department, but 6, 4, and 4 is pretty solid so far in the first half. 7 points for OG Anunoby. The 3-point shooting, Bridges hit 1, Brunson hit 2, McBride's hit 4. My goodness. Clarkson hit 1 off the bench. And then off the bench, Robinson with 2 points, 4 rebounds, solid. Clarkson with 7 points. Mr. Get Buckets off the bench. Love to see that. Love to see that. All right. We are getting back. Before we do that as well, we can go around the league real quick. Obviously, I'm delayed up here. Raptors, Hornets locked in a tight one. Bulls, Pistons locked in a tight one. Got to root for the Bulls. Got to root. Shout out Big Rud. Big Rud's in the chat. Got to root for the Bulls. Wizards getting smoked by the 76ers now. Come on, Washington. Pull off that comeback. Celtics in a close one with the Nuggets going into the 4th. Hawks being up on the Pelicans, up by 12. Magic and the Nets locked in a tight one at halftime. Low-scoring game. Magic, Nets. We know Clippers, Knicks. Suns, Grizzlies, 41-32. And then Thunder, Jazz, 15-point game. 15-point lead for the Thunder already. And here we go. We're back into it. Brunson gets it over to Towns. Lobs it over the top to Anunoby for a two-handed slam. Another great pass for Karl-Anthony Towns. Another one. Harden will bring it down against Deuce McBride. Harden, attacking to his left, in the lane, leans in. Hesitation move, goes down, misses the floater. Zubac misses the putback, gets his own offensive rebound, and the third attempt finally goes down for Big Zoo. Brunson bringing it down the other way. Leaves it off for Towns. Towns swings it out to McBride, extra pass to Bridges. Bridges attacking the open space in the lane. He throws up a floater, and he got it to go down. All right, McHale. We got a bucket from Anunoby. Now we got a bucket from Bridges. The wing is getting in on the action to start the second half here. They get it over to Kawhi, curling off some screens. Across the lane, hesitates. Cross-court pass to Collins. Collins goes to the baseline, and he gets the easy layup to go. You got to get there, Towns. You got to get there. McBride quickly pushing the other way. They swing it out to Bridges. Extra pass to Anunoby. Anunoby hesitates from three. Jab step, taking the baseline to the basket. Layup, got it to go, and one for OG Anunoby. There you go, big dog. OG going to the foul line for one more. Jason said, love a good play coming out of halftime. Absolutely. Those ATOs, man. Out of bounds plays, after timeouts, start of quarters. Gotta get a good playoff. Sign of good coaching. David said, need to give Mo Diawara a few minutes. I would love it. But the Knicks also have to lock down a clean rotation here, and it seems like Yabusele's going to get the minutes. Got to start the timer as well. We're only a minute in. Just under 11 minutes to go. Kawhi has it on the left wing. Being guarded by Bridges. Driving it down. They kick it in the corner. Done. They're going to continue to let him fire from three. He continues to oblige, and he continues to miss. Anunoby with the rebound. He's bringing it down the other way. 60-58. They get it over to Towns. Towns driving. Down the lane. Layup left hand. Can't get it to go. A lot of contact. No foul call. Yet again. Harden bringing it down the other way. Gets it over to Dunn. Dunn in the paint. They kick it out. Kawhi. Open right wing three. In and out. Can't get it to stay. Bridges battling for the rebound. Zubac picks it up, and he floats it up and in. Zubac just beating Karl-Anthony Towns down the court. You both fell down and hit the floor. How did he beat you down the court so badly, Towns? Come on, big dog. Stop talking to the refs. Bridges gets it over to McBride. McBride being guarded by Kawhi Leonard. Spins, coming to his right, over to Bridges. Catches it on the run, attacking the open space. Mid-range pull-up jumper. Too short, can't get it to go. Harden with the long rebound, bringing it down the other way. Home run pass gets knocked out of the air by McBride. Excellent hands from Deuce. Brunson over to McBride. Transition. Pump fake. Sets his feet. Puts it up. Gets blocked by Zubac. Knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Knicks. And the refs are going to change the call. The ball is going to go to the Clippers here. Great block from Zubac. You don't see Deuce McBride's jump shot getting blocked too often, but it does take about a 7-footer to block that jump shot, how high he can get. Drew Cam, what's up, Drew Cam? Harden has it on the right wing, coming to his left, being guarded by McBride. Now coming to his right. Brunson switches onto him. He splits the defense. Down the lane, easy scoop late for him. Brunson just getting blown by there. Come on, big dog. Here comes Brunson bringing it down the other way. Brunson directing traffic. They get it over to Towns. Towns fakes the handoff, leaves it off for Bridges. Down the lane, scoop layup. And a goaltend on Collins. Beautiful play yet again. Knicks run a play. Run a nice action. Coming out. Multiple options. Towns hits Bridges after he curled off of him. Over the top pass from Towns. Another assist for Karl-Anthony Towns. Is that his sixth assist now? Hooping. 64-60. 9 minutes to go. Zubac has it up top, being guarded by Towns. Hands it off to Harden. Harden, jab step, being guarded by McBride. Coming to his right, draws the foul and Deuce McBride. And I believe it's going to be it's going to be for 2 free throws. Jason said, I'm going to need more than 6, 4, and 5 from Cat this half. You got to show me something. I think 6, 4, and 5 is pretty dang good. I'd like him to get to his averages, but if he can give me, I want more in the scoring department. I'm with you. But the 5 assists is incredible. If he's going to score a little bit less, at least he's facilitating. I'll take that, right? Can Tame Music? What's up, Can? Why Coach Brown's getting... All right. That message disappeared. Harden knocked down both free throws. Brunson bringing it down the other way. My timer's still going. There we go. 9 minutes to go. Brunson up top, being guarded by Kawhi on a switch. Brunson gets it over to Towns. Towns fakes the handoff, driving to his left, takes a bump, puts up the floater, can't get it to go, and a foul on Zubac. Then Karl-Anthony Towns to the foul line for 2. There you go, Towns, getting to the foul line. Just that said, Harden has the bait move down pat. Not only does he have it down pat, he practically invented it, just as dead. He practically invented it. The Flea said if he doesn't have 6 assists, he probably has a few offensive fouls. Take what the defense gives. He's in a slump. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'll take a little bit less scoring from Towns if he's going to give us some more playmaking out of the hub, out of the high post there. Which so far he's doing. Towns knocks down the first free throw. Drew Camp said defense could be better, but offense not bad. We got to take what we can get, right, Drew? We got to take what we can get with this Knicks team right now. So I'll take it. I'll take it. Towns misses the second free throw. McBride comes flying in for the offensive rebound. They kick it out to Towns. Extra pass to Brunson. He's just going to fire up a 3 over Kawhi, and he got it to go. JB 3 for 3 from three-point range. 66-64. Dunn gets it over to Zubac. Zubac in the high post. Hands it off to Harden. Harden to pull up 3. Comes up short. Battle for the rebound. Zubac another offensive rebound and another putback. Knicks got to find a way to box this dude out. Put Yabusele back out there. Yabusele had a couple of nice box outs on him. Towns has it up top. Throws the pass down low to Anunoby. They kick it out to McBride for an open 3. Too strong, can't get it to go. Towns reciprocates with an offensive rebound, driving it down. Ball gets knocked out of his hands. There's a bad turnover. Harden bringing it down. Jalen Brunson picks him up. Take it over to Collins. Back to Harden. Harden coming to his right. Harden's going to dance with it against Brunson. Cross over to his right down the lane. Puts up a floater looking for a foul. He doesn't get it. Towns with the rebound. We're off and running. They leave it off for Brunson. Brunson down the lane. Leaves it off for Towns. Towns gets stripped. Out of bounds. And they're going to give it to the Knicks. Towns is visibly upset and frustrated. He's not getting a foul call. He doesn't overreact to it, but I'm going to show the replay here. That's a clean strip. That is a clean strip, Towns. No way you can complain about that, big dog. They get it into Towns. He fires up a 3. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Anunoby knocked it up. Bridges able to recover it. Cross-court pass to OG. OG wide open. Left wing 3. Line me up. There you go, OG. There you go. His first 3 of the night. It's back to a 1-point game. 68-67. 7:20 to go. Harden has it up top. Being guarded by McBride. McBride's done a pretty dang good job on him. Keep him out of the paint as much as possible. They get it in the Kawhi. Kawhi low fall away. Midi. Got it to go over Towns. Got to keep that hands up high against Kawhi, man. Bridges bringing it down. Being guarded by Collins. Interesting matchup. You get over to Towns. Towns. Pump fakes. Driving down to his right. In the paint. Leans in. Draws a foul. Gets the layup to go. My goodness. Battling down there, Karl-Anthony Towns. Karl-Anthony Towns getting beat up out there. He's actually finally getting some foul calls, though. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws here. For 1 free throw, I'm sorry. He got the layup to go. So 1 more free throw. The Flea said Cash would be a triple-double threat night in and night out. He's skilled enough. He is skilled enough. I think it's a little crazy. A little crazy to say triple-double threat every night. I get what you mean. You should be a threat for it, not necessarily like you should be averaging a triple-double, but he should definitely be averaging more than 2.5 assists so far this year, especially in this Mike Brown offense. And I think it was a nice full time out from the Knicks, by the way. It was a nice time for the team to come together and talk about some things because Karl-Anthony Towns is averaging 2.5 assists, which I believe is a career low or close to a career low. So he's definitely a better passer than what he's even shown so far this year. Averaged more assists last year than he did so far this year, and they're trying to play through him as the hub more often this year. So his assists should definitely be going up. Tonight is a good sign, hopefully, of things to come in that regard. He is now 9, 6, and 7. This is a beautiful sight. His highest assist mark so far this year, I believe. Just that said, Kawhi can get 40 a game at will. Yeah, he can. He can. The basketball gods had to neutralize him a little bit, so they took his knees out. But yeah, he was on the verge. He was like a top 3 guy, back in the day, in the prime before, knees went out. Jason said, "You're right, please. His head just isn't there too much of the time. He just gets too, yeah, you're right. He gets too much into his head. He gets too too angry at the officials. He allows his emotions to take over, his frustrations to boil over. And then all of a sudden he's forcing things in a way he shouldn't be. Drew said, nice drive by Towns. He needs to do this more. I think the last couple of games he's tried to do it more, but he's forced the issue. He's taken bad driving angles to the rim. Hopefully this is a sign of things turning around for Karl-Anthony Towns. He's getting back to the things that he was doing well last year. The three-point shot still hasn't come around, but I do expect it will at some point here. Here we go. We're coming back in. Towns is at the foul line for one more after the end one. David M. said, I swear Cat drives me crazy. I get mad when he doesn't play well, and then I get mad when he does play well because he doesn't play well consistently. The issue, David, is we just all know it's there, right? Is the biggest issue. It's why it drives us crazy, because we know it's there for him. We know it's there. Just that said, I watched that game. Harden had 55. It was amazing. I didn't watch that game. I watched the Kawhi game because it was against the Pistons. I was watching that game. So Towns knocks down his and one free throw. There you go. Right at 70. Get a stop and a score. Take the lead here. Come on, y'all. Take the lead. Chris Dunn bringing it down against Brunson. Has it on the right wing. Get over to Harden. McBride jumps the passing lane, knocks it loose. They finally get it back to Harden. McBride, excellent defense so far. They get it to Kawhi. High post, being guarded by Anunoby. Stop, pump fake, steps through. Anunoby knocks it out of his hands. Great defense between McBride and Anunoby. Anunoby down the lane and turns it right back over. Come on, OG. We got to get a better opportunity there. Harden bringing it down. Euro steps down the lane, throws up a floater, can't get it to go. But a late foul call on Deuce McBride. Deuce McBride not happy with the call. And it will send Harden to the foul line for two. Can Tame Music said it's because Brunson isn't hogging the ball? Hogging is a term I wouldn't necessarily go with. But the ball movement has been significantly better so far tonight. As Harden knocks down the first free throw. Jason said, whoever said Cat looks like he runs with Tim's on a few nights ago got me. I can't unsee it. Yeah, I saw that. I think last year I saw somebody say that as well. It's definitely a sentiment that's been going around about Towns for sure. 6:30 to go. Approaching the halfway point of this third quarter. Harden knocks down both free throws. Bridges will bring it down. No, they get it back to Brunson. Just bring it down, Bridges. Just bring it down. Well, Dunn backs off a little bit, so. Brunson gets it over to Anunoby. They get it over to Towns. Towns in the high post. Trying to find somebody open. Good defense from Lopez. Towns swings through, knocks out of his hands. McBride picks up the loose ball. Driving the baseline against Kawhi. Throws up a tough baseline floater. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Knocked out of bounds by Chris Dunn. It's going to stay with the Knicks at least. Going to stay with the Knicks. All right. Good hustle. Good hustle from everybody involved. Clarkson comes in for Bridges. And Yabusele is coming in for somebody. Russell Field, what's up, Russell? Icy Waters said, do you love her? Don't be weird, brother. Finally, we had a game where the Knicks team been for 4 games. Where has this Knicks team been for 4 games? Yeah, where have they been? Robinson is also in. So Towns to the bench. McBride to the bench. Yabusele at corner 3. There you go, Gershon Yabusele. Yes, sir. This is why we got Yabu in the game. The Knicks have taken a lead. We're past the halfway point. Under 6 to go. Harden bringing it down. Being guarded by Clarkson. Now, I don't love that matchup. Robinson switched on to Harden as he came off the screen. Harden has it up top. Dancing with it. Dancing with it. Dancing with it. Comes to his left down the lane. Slips and falls, but they call a foul. Foul's on Robinson. Jay Gardner, what's up, Jay Gardner? I like this channel better than Marshall over at Chessport. So much less yelling, which is nice. Appreciate you, Jay Gardner. I mean, Marshall is good at what he does. It's just different vibes, different vibes. If you're vibing what we got going on over here, I appreciate you, Jay Gardner. Appreciate you, brother. Dom Anthony, what's up on Dom Anthony? Showcase only for Yabu. They get it over to Kawhi, coming to his right, step back along the baseline, puts up the jumper. Got it to go for Kawhi. My goodness. Robinson was there. Backed off just a little bit. But still. Kawhi. Brunson bringing it down. What you got for us, Knicks? Brunson has it up top, coming to his right off a Robinson screen. Chris Dunn trying to fight over. Brunson steps back, crosses over, down the lane to his left. Stop, half spin, down. Gets fouled by Kawhi. He's going to go to the foul line for 2. Jose NYC, what's up, Jose? Jose said, don't be talking about my man Marshall like that. Shout out to Marshall, man. Shout out to Marshall. Shout out to the guys over at Chat Sports. Each their own. Isaiah Gardner said, I don't be feeling confident when Mitch is guarding the perimeter. Me either. Me either, Isaiah. Me either. I'm with you. Mitchell Robinson does not move the way he used to move. Absolutely on the perimeter. Wilson said, need Collins to get 5 points more. I need and one more 3-point to hit my ticket. I'm rooting for you, brother. Brunson knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Arthur said, this is like tooth extraction. Amy Machuo, what's up, Amy? Brunson gets both to go. 5 minutes to go. Clippers bringing it down the other way. Knicks back up by 1. They're also in the bonus the remainder of the quarter with 5 minutes to go. Harden being guarded by Clarkson on a switch. Crosses over to his left. Down the lane. Kicks in the corner to Lopez. Lopez an open 3. Can't get it to go. Collins knocks the rebound out to Harden. Back inside the Collins against Yabusele. Lowers the shoulder. Yabusele takes a dive. No foul call. Collins knocks down the reverse layup. Got to the other side of the rim so he didn't get blocked by Robinson. Excellent move from him. Clarkson bringing it down the other way. Picked up by Harden. Clarkson coming to his right off a Brunson screen. Get it over to Brunson, being guarded by Harden. Brunson likes this matchup. Going to look to dance with it. Almost turns it over. Picks it back up to the basket. Throws up a floater. Got it to go from JB. Now we're just trading baskets. Got to get back to stops and scores. Harden bringing it down the other way. Deuce McBride at the scores table. Harden coming to his left. Behind the back pass to Batum. A wide open straightaway 3 in the pick and pop. Got it to go. Miscommunication from the Knicks. Too slow to get on the rotation. Come on, Knicks. Pick up the defense here. Brunson bringing it down against Dunn. Coming to his left off a high Robinson screen. Brunson drives it down. Loses the handle again. Steps through. Draws a foul. Throws up the floater. Can't get the floater to go, but he will go to the foul line for 2 more free throws. JB get finding his way to the foul line now. Just as Dad said, Yabu flop. Yabu floppy. He tried it, man. He tried. You know, John Collins did lower the shoulder, but it not enough to draw the offensive foul there. And Brunson's whole arm sleeve is ripped. My goodness. Arthur said, no big trades, no big trades, no big trades. Jay Gardner said, would you, I see you, brother, I see you. Would you trade Mikhail, Cat, and Yabu in a pick for Giannis and Bobby? I would, but the Milwaukee Bucks would not accept that. They would not accept that trade, I'll tell you that. Drew Campson injuries affected Robinson badly. Yeah, he'll never be the same. Still, you know, finding ways to be impactful, becoming the best offensive rebounder in the game. But he'll never be the same. Not the way he was when he was younger. Sharon McLean, what's up, Sharon? Angel A1 Roman, what's up, Angel? Amy said, what's up, Chevy? Let's get this one, please. Please, we're praying to the basketball gods. Get us off this funk, man. 4-game slide's killing us. Brunson knocks down both free throws. We're tied at 79. 4 minutes to go. Harden walking it down the other way. Harden gets it over to Sanders in the middle of the lane. They kick it out to Lopez. Extra pass to Collins. Back up top to Harden. Harden gets ran off the line by Brunson and gets fouled on a pass attempt. And Brunson saying he didn't foul him. Brunson saying he didn't foul him. Jason said, man, unpopular opinion, but I think VJ might be climbing up the Rookie of the Year standings past Coop. Dude becoming a consistent everyday threat. The thing about that, Jason, is Coop is a consistent everyday threat. He's not becoming that. He is right now. And he's leading them in points, rebounds, and assists as Harden comes off the screen and knocks down a pull-up 3. Clippers back up by 3, under 4 to go. 3:30 now to go. Brunson bringing it down the other way. What kind of answer do you got, Knicks? Brunson coming to his right, step back, crossover to his left on Sanders, swings through down the lane, loses the handle on the ball. They don't give him the foul call there. He's looking for it. Here comes Sanders pushing the other way. They get it over to Harden. Harden one-on-one against Deuce McBride, who's finally back in the game. Harden crosses over to his left, down the lane, foul line. Step back jumper, comes up short, can't get the friendly bounce. Brunson with the rebound. Good box out from Yabusele, by the way. I'm going to keep calling it out because we need something positive from Yabu. He's bringing it with his box outs. Clarkson dancing with it against Sanders in the lane, throws up a fall-away jumper. Got to go for Jordan Clarkson. There you go, Mr. I get buckets. Needed that. Here comes Harden bringing it down the other way, being guarded by McBride. We got Karl-Anthony Towns waiting at the scores table to check in. Harden has it up top, being guarded by Deuce. I think Deuce has done a pretty dang good job on him here tonight. Harden dancing with it, directing traffic, coming to his right off a Lopez screen. They show two. Harden leaves it off for Lopez. Clarkson a little late to close out, and Lopez makes him pay by knocking down the three. You got to know it's coming, Clarkson. You got to be a little bit closer to Lopez just to deter him. He's a 7-footer. He's not worried about you closing out a little late like that. Brunson crosses over to his right off a Robinson screen. He's going to dance with it up top to McBride. Extra pass to Yabu. Yabu pass fake, hands it off to Clarkson. Clarkson up top. Fakes the handoff, keeps it against Sanders. He's going to dance with it. Now they get it over to Brunson. Brunson, quick crossover to his left, blows past the defense in the lane, throws up a tough floater. Got it to go because that's Jalen Brunson. That's what he does. 85-83 here, 2-point game, 2:15 to go here in the third. Clippers bringing it down the other way. Again, you need, well, you don't need anything right now because we got a Clippers full timeout. All right, here we go. David had said, I'm glad the Knicks held on to Jemison. I think he can help us for real. I like Jemison. I kind of like Jemison a little bit more than I like Hug Porty right now. I'm not going to lie. Just that said, JB has had some bad games this 2026. He has. I mean, everybody has. These past 3 games specifically, can I point to anybody who's played well? Deuce. That's it. I feel very comfortable in saying Deuce McBride, and that's pretty much it. Arthur said, finger pointing doesn't win games. Very much so. Isaiah Garner said, low-scoring game. That's how I like it. Yeah, 85-83. I mean, I think they're scoring well. The biggest issue really is it's a very slow-paced game. The Clippers, are a geriatric team. They're very old, and so they like to walk the ball down, especially with Harden. Harden, creates the pace. He likes to walk the ball down, especially at this stage in his career. Same with Kawhi. And then the Knicks have gotten slower and slower as the season has gone on. So, Kay Hazy said, Deuce had one bad game. Just one. I mean, he's been the most consistent player for the Knicks since coming back from that injury, man. Just that said, all you guys who hate on Cat would have a starting lineup of 4 Cats and Deuce all day, every day. Drew said, Nick's pretty good on offense tonight. Way better than the Pistons game. The Pistons game was just an abject disaster of a game. There's really nothing positive you can glean from that game. They were bad offensively. They were bad defensively. They were bad competitively. They didn't even compete well that night. So that's one of the few times I feel very comfortable saying 95% of it, you could flush that film down the toilet. The only film I would really take a look at is the ball pressure that we're providing and how little the Knicks tried to attack them by moving the ball around. Right? When you play an athletic team like that, the best way to attack them is not one-on-one, which is what the Knicks tried to do a lot, courtesy of the point guard, Jalen Brunson, courtesy of Karl-Anthony Towns in that second half, and it did not work out in any regard. The Flea said, Major Key, need Hart back out there. Absolutely, and he's on his way. Hopefully we'll get some news that maybe he'll be available for the next game, but we're just going to have to wait and see. Nothing imminent right now. David said, am I the only one of those 4 Cats? And only one of those 4 Cats would be playing well each game. 2 of them for sure would be complaining to the refs. Hey, man, if you get one good performance from Karl-Anthony Towns, he's good enough where that might be enough. The other 3 could take the night off. Here we go. We're back into it. 2 minutes to go. Bridges back in. He's guarding Harden. Harden attacking to his right. Gets knocked out of his hands by Towns. Good defense from Towns to come up with the steal, and Harden. Kolek bringing it down the other way. Gets it over to Towns down the lane. Driving to his left to the basket. Goes up off glass. Can't get it to go. Robinson with a big 2-handed putback slam. Home run pass. And Miller draws the foul. And then Towns and Robinson both collide at the rim to come up with a blocked shot. So it's going to send Jordan Miller to the foul line for 2 free throws here. 1:45 to go in this third quarter. And the quarter strong, y'all. And the quarter strong. Dom Anthony said, Hart is truly missed. Incredibly missed. Absolutely. Absolutely. People talk about him being the heart and soul of this team. Man, oh man, has that never been more evident over the course of these past 4 games here. NBM said Hart would have us running wild. He is the guy who picks up the pace the most for this Knicks team. Him and Kolek, I think, together would be really, not I think, we've seen it, are really, really work well together because they are both capable of pushing the pace. They're both smart players. Very much needed. Jordan Miller knocks down both free throws. Kolek bringing it down against Sanders. Get it over to Bridges, being guarded by Harden. Bridges has it up top. They get it over to Clarkson. Clarkson being guarded by Miller. Coming to his right for a Robinson screen. Clarkson driving it down in the lane. Gets into the paint, throws up a floater. Comes up short, battle for the rebound. And Miller pulls it away. Here comes Harden bringing it down the other way. Harden has it up top, being guarded by Bridges. Coming to his right for the Lopez screen. Snaking it back to his left hand. Kicks it out to Lopez. Extra pass in the corner to Sanders. Sanders being guarded by Colette. Coming to his right off a Lopez screen. Steps back, loses the handle, kicks it out. Batum, quick catch and fire from 3. Too strong, can't get it to go. Bridges with the long rebound. Quick outlet to Kolek. Kolek bringing it down. Hands it off to Clarkson. Clarkson attacking to his right, between the legs, now coming to his left to the basket. Puts it up off glass. Got it to go. And the foul for Jordan Clarkson. Yes, sir, big dog. We needed it. Absolutely needed it. And I never restarted my timer. My apologies. 53 seconds to go. Clarkson to the foul line for one more. Knicks can retake the lead here. Just as I said, I was hoping Clarkson would have a good game like this. And he is having a good game. He absolutely is. He does knock down the free throw. He came up short on it, but he got a friendly bounce. Harden bringing it down the other way. Has it up top, being guarded by Bridges. Coming to his right. Clarkson now switched onto him. Harden's going to look to dance. Harden attacking to his left, blows right past Clarkson. They kick it out to a wide open Lopez, left corner 3. In and out, can't get it to stay. Battle for it. Harden knocks it out to Miller. They get it back to Lopez. He's going to fire another one. He's going to get another miss, and Towns with the rebound, bringing it down. Get over to Kolek. Kolek. There's about a 6-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Kolek, beautiful bounce pass to Bridges, cutting to the rim for the layup. Beautiful pocket pass from Kolek to Bridges. Their connection is really something nice that they're developing so far this year. Harden up top being guarded by Bridges. Got to get one stop here for a 3-point lead going into the 4th, y'all. Come on, we need it. Harden has it up top being guarded by Clarkson. They get it to Miller. They kick it out Batum. Wide open left wing 3. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. The Knicks catch a break. Bridges with the rebound. Half court heave. Can't get it to go. It was close, but he can't get it to go. And so our 3 quarters in, our score is 87-90. Just as Dad said, Lopez hit his first 3, then bricks the last 7. That is the Brook Lopez experience this year. He's old, man. He might be washed. He might be fully washed. Kante Muse said, we won without Hart this season? I would hope so. I would hope they at least are able to pick up a victory without Hart. Dom Anderson said, Kolek, a heads-up passer. He's a phenomenal passer. He's, heads-up passer, precision passer, like all of the adjectives you want to throw onto his passing ability. He's got it all. He's got it all as a passer. But in order to take advantage of your passing ability, you also have to be a threat offensively. So defenses pay attention to you when you have the ball in your hands. And that's the thing Kolek has been working on. He's gotten better at it. But again, if you want to take advantage of, if you are a good passer in the NBA and you want to take advantage of your passing, you actually have to become a good scorer, a very good scorer. That way defenses pay attention to you, and then you can then exploit those defenses by manipulating the defenses and killing them with your passing game. Romeo said definitely a winnable game. They need to win it. I'll tell you that. They definitely need to win it. Keeping it close against a strong Clippers team. Yeah, they're good. It's a good Clippers team. Carl James said we can win with Clarkson. I hope they can, because he's an important part of this team right now. Hey, Hazy, 8-point swing. Up 3. I'd like to see it. Tom Anderson said 3 or 4 straight stops needed. They've done it tonight. The defense has been solid tonight. A significantly better performance tonight than the past couple of games. Jay Gardner said this is a must-win game. This is as close to a must-win game. It's not really, because it's a regular season game, but I agree with you, Jay Gardner, in the sense that this is as close to a must-win game as a regular season can get. Because my goodness, is the sky falling in some parts of Knicks fans' worlds right now. Arthur said team needs to lose its stress. Like they need to play stress-free basketball? Sure, all of the things. We could say all of the things. Listen, they've just been terrible these last 3 games. So yes, literally all of it, yes. Just that said, Clarkson 12 and 17 minutes. We'll take that. That's his role. His role is not to be a passer. His role is not to be a rebounder. His role is not to be a defender. You're hoping he does those things, of course, but yeah, your role is to get buckets. So when you get into the game, go get buckets. And when he doesn't do those things, he literally doesn't do anything else. So we need him to score. The Fleas with a very generous super chat. Appreciate you, Fleas. Thank you for the support, brother. So let's go, Knicks. Like the stream. Appreciate you, Fleas. If you're enjoying the show so far, hit the like button on the stream. Clarkson gets baited into a foul on Miller. Stay on your feet. Stay on your feet, Clarkson. Miller will go to the foul line for 2 to start the fourth quarter here. Isaiah Gardner said people were slandering when I said Tyrese has to score more to have an impact in the finals and beat OKC, which literally had 5 points in the whole game. I mean, you could only... the main goal in NBA basketball is to score, put the ball in the basket, and stop the other team from putting the ball in the basket. So if you're not going to be a scorer, you need to be an excellent defensive player. In order to take advantage of your passing, you got to score. It doesn't have to be a lot, but you got to be a threat. That's when Halliburton is at his best. Miller splits the free throws. You love to see it. Kolek bringing it down. Coming to his left off a Town screen. Gets into the mid-range. Pass fake to get over to Towns. Being guarded by Sanders. Swings through, down, draws a foul. Gets a layup to go. And they give him the continuation and one. You love to see it. Towns going to the foul line for one more. Towns, there you go. He's getting buckets. Kawhi had 21 at halftime. He's got 25 so far. Towns now up to 15 points, y'all. He's up to 15. Just that's it. Cat is clutch, though. You'll never catch me saying Karl-Anthony Towns is not clutch after the playoff run he had last year. He's forever good in my book. As frustrating and annoying as he is, forever good in my book after last year's playoff run. Kawhi bringing it down after Towns knocked down his free throw. 5-point lead for the Knicks, 93-88. Kawhi up top. They trap him. They get it over to Zubac down low at the foul line. They swing it around. Batum pump fakes, puts it down over Kolek, puts up the corner three, can't get it to go. And Clarkson able to knock the rebound over to Towns. Good hustle from Clarkson. Now here comes Kolek bringing it down the other way. Kolek has it along the left baseline, directing traffic. He's telling Towns, go down into the paint, big dog. They swing it out the bridges. Right wing three from McHale. Comes up short. Towns the offensive rebound. He brings it down, though. Come on, get it out. Get it out. Reverse layup. He somehow got it to go. We'll take it. My goodness, Towns. My goodness. The full Clippers timeout. All right. This is the performance Karl-Anthony Towns needed to get Knicks fans off of his back for now. Arthur said Towns haters quiet right now. Absolutely. I mean, this is the performance he needed. He needed a performance like this to quiet the skeptics. We know what he's capable of. That's why it's so disappointing when he has bad nights. Because his bad nights are really brutal. Ty Eagles, what's up, Ty Eagles? Can, what's up, Can? I wish Coach Brown run Brunson off screens because he's one of the best catch and shoot players in the NBA. He is. They did that a lot earlier in the year, Can. You're right. They got away from it as the season went on. They got back to it tonight. He's 3 for 3 from three-point range. 2 of them were off of catch and shoot movement threes. You're absolutely right, Can. The Flea said, y'all confusing hating with calling out the fact that he's underperforming. We expect more because he's more capable. Good point, please. Not every time Towns is criticized is entirely hate. Sometimes it's just disappointment. We know what he's capable of. And telling a player that they played poorly is not hating on him, it's critiquing him. Sometimes. Sometimes people are just straight up hating. But you're right about that, please. You're right about that. Dan Sarnicola? What's up, Dan? Nuggets are about to beat the Celtics. Ooh, let's go around the league real quick while we have a timeout here. Let me get rid of all this nonsense over here. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Go around the league real quick before we come back from this timeout. Hornets up by 2. Nuggets with a 6-point lead at 17 seconds to go. There you go, Denver. Denver pulling off some incredible victories. They did get Aaron Gordon back. They did get Christian Brown back, and Jamal Murray is back in the lineup after missing a game. 21-17, by the way, for Jamal Murray. My goodness, is this man going to be an all-star? He's going to make an all-NBA team. He's going to be an all-star. Jamal Murray's been incredible from jump, which is not something we've been able to say about Jamal Murray these last couple of years or throughout the entirety of his career. He usually comes into the season playing very slow. Came in red hot, ready to go this year. Nick Yak, what's up, Yak? Not hating. He needed a kick. He did. Listen, 1 rebound, whatever, 6 points, bad performance. Okay, it could happen. 1 rebound is pathetic as a big man. That's pathetic. And when you average 11, 1 rebound is a pathetic performance for sure. Jason said, just like telling OG he can't hit the bronze out of a bar lately. Still love him, but he can be better. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's just knowing what guys are capable of and being upset when they don't provide that, right? Sometimes it can be just as simple as that. The Hawks are beating up on the Pelicans. Magic up by 13 on the Nets early in that fourth quarter. Suns being up on the Grizzlies. We have the Suns coming up next. They're playing extremely well as of late. Dylan Brooks has 18 points. My goodness, he's hooping. And it's quietly a 7-point game. Jazz Thunder. Don't count the Jazz out yet. Here we go. We're back in. 95-88. 7-point lead for our New York Knicks. What you got for me, Knicks? What you got for me? Pull off this victory. We got 11 minutes to go. They get it into Kawhi. Kawhi kicks it over to Zubac. Zubac swings it out. Miller, a left corner 3. Can't get it to go. Anunoby with the weak side rebound. Here comes Tyler Kolek. Kolek has it on the left wing. Coming to his right. They swing it out to Anunoby. Anunoby. Back up top to Kolek. Kolek calling for a screen from OG. Telling him to come through. Kolek blows past the defense. Lefty layup over Batum. Tyler Kolek, the creator, yes, sir. Decent night for Tyler Kolek, having an impact. They lob it over the top to Zubac. The Knicks not in position well, and Zubac catches it over Anunoby and gets an easy slam. Kolek tries to hit Bridges cutting to the rim. A bad pass attempt. Threw it right to Batum. Batum is a good, noticeable defender. Picked it out of the air, but then he throws it right back away. Ball back to the Knicks. Knicks catch a break there. So the Knicks do get the ball back. They get it into Tyler Kolek. 10 minutes to go. Coming to his left off a Towns screen. Get over to Towns. Towns being guarded by Batum. Attacking to his left. Down the lane. Throws up the floater. Can't get it to go. Robinson misses the tip. Battle for the rebound. Kawhi able to pick it up. And now Kawhi bringing it down the other way. Kawhi on the right wing being guarded by McBride. He's bigger and stronger. He's going to look to back him down. Nope. Cross-court pass. Robinson almost got the steal. Miller, left corner 3. Can't get it to go. Kolek comes in for the rebound. And here comes Tyler Kolek bringing it down the other way. Kolek on the left wing. We got Kolek, McBride, Towns. As Towns fires a deep straightaway 3. Comes up short on the 3. The 3-point shot's still not there for Karl-Anthony Towns. For whatever reason, he's not shooting it well from 3 this year. Kawhi Leonard has it up top, coming to his left off the Zubac screen. Kawhi Leonard dancing with it, coming to his right. Foul line pull-up jumper over, over Towns. Can't get it to go, but Zubac battling down low, gets the tip up and in. That's you, Big Mitch. You got to get down there, hit a box out. McBride has it up top, coming to his left off a Robinson screen. Get into the foul line, fall away, pull-up jumper over Miller. Gets a nice soft touch off the front of the rim, get to the drop. There you go, deuce. Kawhi bringing it down the other day, under 9. Under 9 to go here in the fourth. And a foul on Kolek, off-ball foul. Or is that on OG? On OG Anunoby. Can said, clear the air, Brunson is my favorite player, it's just tough love. I got you, big dog. I got you. You could be upset and criticize a player for playing poorly. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. We still got love for you. Anunoby and Kawhi kind of run into each other. No foul call. Kawhi gets back up. They spray it out to Miller. They run him off the line. He gets to the mid-range. Cross-court pass. Batum, left wing 3 over Towns. A little late to close out, but he can't get it to go. Robinson rises up and snatches the rebound. Quick outlet to Kolek. We're bringing it down the other way. Robinson running the floor. They lob it over the top of Towns. Catches, goes up. Gets blocked out of bounds, and Towns incredibly upset looking for a foul call. He doesn't get it. You got to show me the replay on that one. Looked like a lot of contact, but we've seen Towns complain after clean strips from defensive players. That's a foul. That's just a straight-up foul. David said last year Cat had a hand injury and still shot better than he is now. Yeah, I have no explanation for this Towns 3-point slump here. It's been all year. He hasn't gotten hot once. Like he's not gone on a heater the entire year. Tyler Kolek fires a three, can't get it to go off the back rim. Towns the offensive rebound, steps through, goes up, and draws a foul. He's going to go to the foul line for two. And Karl Anthony Towns sarcastically turns to Tony Brothers and gives him a quick little round of applause. And Tony Brothers says, "Hey, bro, watch yourself." And Towns looks at him and smiles, and they share probably a laugh. Dom Anthony said, "Cat needs to stop crying and play harder." Oh, he's playing hard, brother. He's playing hard. I usually don't ever question if Karl Anthony Towns is playing hard or not. I do question if he's playing smart. It's not a question of playing hard. It's a question of playing smart. JDS said, "Trade Cat." Tonight's not the night for that, brother. Tonight's not the night for that. Just that said, Cat's been cold since the Game 5 comeback. Fair. Yeah. He's 5 for 17 tonight, so it's not like he's been efficient. He's got 16, 9, and 7 so far. He knocked down the first free throw. Got one more coming. Puts the Knicks up by 8, and then he puts them up by 9. There you go, New York. Pull off the victory. We need it. Still got 8 minutes to go. Long way to go. It's only a 9-point game. Continue to play hard. Harden has it on the left wing being guarded by McBride. McBride's done an excellent job today. They try to lob it down low. Not lob it down low. They try to entry pass it to Kawhi in the high post. Anunoby does a good job knocking the ball out of bounds, though. Nothing easy. Not even entry passes. Side out of bounds for the Clippers. JDS said, "Wizards got Trey." The trade has already happened. We got to look it up. They get it in the Kawhi. Next stoppage in time, we'll look it up. Kawhi backing down Anunoby. Goes up with the hook. Can't get it to go. He's looking for a foul. He doesn't get it. Kolek with the rebound. Quick outlet to Deuce McBride. He's going to rush it down the other way. Now he's going to slow it down. Now coming to his left. Pocket pass to Towns. Towns down the lane. Scoop layup. Got it to go past Zubac, baby. And here comes Harden quickly pushing the other way. A double-digit lead for the Knicks. When was the last time they had a double-digit lead in a game? Was it the Spurs game? Harden driving it down against McBride. Dancing with it. Coming to his right. Down the lane. Kicks it in the corner to Dunn. Dunn ran off the line by Kolek. They lob it down low to Zubac, being guarded by Robinson. Zubac backing him down. Stops, spins, flips it up with the right hand. Can't get the hook shot to go. Towns with the weak side rebound. Here comes Tyler Kolek. I love this lineup right now. The defense is doing its thing. Kolek coming to his right. Off a double screen. Kolek down the lane. Throws up a floater. Off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. He's bringing it down the other way. Tyler Kolek jumped the lane. Almost got the steal on Kawhi. They get it over to Dunn. Dunn kicks it out to Collins. Collins the left corner three. In and out, can't get it to go. Dunn the offensive rebound, knocked out of his hands. Kolek picks it up. Home run past Anunoby, who's cherry picking down the other way, and he gets a two-handed slam and a full timeout from the Clippers and a 13-point lead for the Knicks. Finally, y'all. Finally. David M. said, "In my lifetime, I don't ever seen the Wizards be someone's preferred trade destination." Very true. Very true. Arthur said, "Game over?" Not yet. Not yet. Let's not run the game over stuff yet. 7 minutes to go. Also, are you guys gonna make is this Trae Young thing? Did it happen? Did it happen or not? Emmanuel Quickly with the game-winning three, by the way. Once a Nick, always a Nick. Emmanuel Quickly. I don't see this Trae Young thing. Yes, he wants to go to Washington, but the trade has not been done yet. So, timer ticking. Yep, we got 7 minutes to go. Perfect. Paul Dog NYC. What's up, Paul? Jason said preferred. They're willing to get me out of there. Yeah. Carl James said if Brunson will not a ball hog, they will win always. You guys get weird, man. Sometimes I feel like you guys don't even watch basketball. What are you talking about? Anthony G&T said, leave TK in the game. TK's hooping. He is hooping. Mark said, trade of the Wizards. Did it happen yet, Mark? Or is this just like, we know that he will end up with the Wizards? I want to look at the trade. What are they trading? Oh, there it is. There it is. Hawks are trading it. There it is. What is the trade? Atlanta Hawks trade to Washington in exchange for McCollum and Kispert. There it is. It is official. There you go. I finally saw it. Finally came up on the phone. Finally saw it on the internet. I had to look up his name. Literally nobody cares to the point that it was not on my Twitter timeline over here. I had to look up Trae Young's name. But, yeah, it's official. He's going to the Wizards. Hopefully this works out for the Wizards. They got rid of Kisper. They get rid of C.J. McCollum. Hopefully this works out for the Wizards. They needed something. AP also, Boston lost. Boston also lost. So the Knicks trying to reclaim that 2 seed for sure. Also, it's a 1-point game. I don't want to look at the Knicks score, so I'm not going to do the full screen yet. It's a 1-point game. It's a 1-point game. Utah's actually leading. They're leading 70-69. Look at OKC faltering, y'all. Look at OKC faltering. Suns beating up on the Grizzlies. Clippers, Knicks, I'm not going to the score. Magic, Nets, 87-76. Hawks, Pelicans. Hawks beating up on the Pelicans. On a night they just traded Trae Young. Pretty funny. And then, yes, the Nuggets beat the Celtics. The 76ers smacked up the Wizards. They didn't have C.J. McCollum because they were going to trade him. They did end up trading him. Traded the Wizards, first-round pick to the Knicks. Hopefully, David. Hopefully. Jason said this ain't saving the Wiz. You never know. You never know. Here we go. Let's get back into it. Let's get back into our basketball game, y'all. Harden has it up top, coming to his left. Knicks have to hold on to this lead. They shovel it down. They swing it around. John Collins, a 3, right corner. Got it to go. Back to 10. Bridges bringing it down the other way. Bridges being guarded by Harden. They get it over to Brunson. Brunson coming to his right. Off a Robinson screen. They get over to Bridges. Extra pass to Yabusele. Yabuselli's in the game, by the way. Yabusele hands it off to Brunson. Brunson down the lane. Pump fake. Holds on to that pivot foot. Hits Yabusele. Comes to the rim. Tried to throw down over Yabusele. Tried to throw it over Zubac, and they kick it out to Brunson for a 3, and he knocked it down. He's now 4 for 4 from three-point range. Yabusele's tried a couple of times as Collins spins in the lane and knocks down an and 1 floater over Brunson. He's going to go to the foul line for one more. Trying to get those 3 points right back. Yabusele has tried a couple of times this year to put people on posters, and he hasn't come close to any of them. Maybe just go in strong and get a layup, big dog. Someone said, thank God it was going to be Salty Collins 1K. Just that said, what number will Trae wear? I don't know. I don't really care. I just hope he hoops out. I just hope he balls out down there in Washington. Because we need that pick. The Knicks have the Wizards pick if it falls outside of the top 8. So it needs to be 9 or worse. Trae Young, brother, I'm rooting for you now. Brunson, a mid-range pull-up jumper off a pass from Bridges. Got it to go. And the Knicks continue to hoop. Harden has it on the left wing, being guarded by Yabusele. Harden dancing with it against Yabu. Crosses over to his left. Euro steps down the lane, gets caught in the air, kicks out to Kawhi. Kawhi being guarded by Bridges, coming to his right. Mid-range pull-up jumper, off the back rim, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound, knocked into the air. Yabusele clears with the rebound, quick outlet to Brunson. Brunson bringing it down, he has it on the right wing. Hits Yabusele, cutting to the rim against Zubac, goes to the basket, layup. Got it to go for Big Yabu, okay. Yabusele turning things around. This is a good sign. Harden has it on the left wing. I think he's actually played pretty decently today. Being guarded by Brunson. Harden down the lane, throws up a floater off glass, got it to go. Over the outreached contest of Mitchell Robinson, who came over on the weak side. 12-point lead for the Knicks. They were holding on to a 14-point lead, their largest lead of the game. It's now 12. 112-100, 5 minutes to go. The Fleas, we're back. Back like we never left, Fleas. Back like we never left. Bridges has it up top to get over to Brunson. Brunson being guarded by Chris Dunn. Coming to his left off a Robinson screen. Brunson takes it out to Yabusele. Yabusele a 3. Line me up, Yabu. Line me up, Yabusele, baby. That's what we need from you, Big Yabu. That's what we need. Turning things around. You love to see it. Knicks up by 15, their largest lead of the game. They hit Kawhi, cutting back door. Robinson comes over for the help. Comes up with a block and saves it over to Yabu. Now McBride will bring it down. Mitchell Robinson with the defense. McBride over to Brunson. Brunson fires up a 3-point wing 3. Can't get it to go down. Robinson hustles back, tries to battle for the offensive rebound. It's a 5-on-4 as he goes into the crowd. Kawhi has it up top, being guarded by Bridges. Robinson hustles back. They swing it out. Chris Dunn, an open left corner 3. They're going to dare him to shoot. They've been doing it all night, but that time he makes them pay, knocking it down. And a timeout from the New York Knicks. Great minutes for Yabusele, man. Great minutes for Yabusele. Hey, Hazy, let's go, Yabu. Great minutes for Big Yabu, man. We needed it. We needed it. AB said, do you trust me, Leon Rose? Do you trust Leon Rose with first-round picks? Without question. Without question. 100%. The only first-round, well, he's got Dadier on the books now. The only first-round pick, you can't even really say that because Obi's a good basketball player. At 8, there's a nice role player there with Obi Toppin. It's not bad. It's not a bad pick. Dadier might be his only real miss if Dadier ends up missing. He's still young, still on the roster, so we're not going to make that determination yet, but Dadier might be his only first-round miss. And to be fair, the only reason he took Dadier was because Dadier was willing to take 80% of the contract so they can make the Towns trade because they needed to make that trade. Lana Mona said, this is our happy night. This is our get-right game. This is our get-right game. Yak said, who does Mike come out with? We will see. We will see. I wanted to refresh the stream because I know I'm pretty dang far behind here tonight. This Gotham Sports app nonsense is crazy. All right, here we go. Yeah, I was way far behind. Here we go. We're back into it. The Knicks don't score. It's 115-103 still. Harden down the lane. Gets blocked by Anunoby. But Zubac with the offensive rebound and putback. They come out with their starting 5. Brunson, McBride, Bridges, Anunoby, and Towns. Hit ahead to Bridges. Bridges a free lane down the rim. Down to the basket as Harden doesn't get back on defense. And it's 117-105. Knicks with a 12-point lead with 3:20 to go. Oh, timer's still going. There we go. Kawhi coming to his left, splits the defense down the lane, lost it, picks it back up. They kick it out to Collins, wide open right corner 3, and he knocks that one down as well. It's a 9-point game with 3 minutes to go. Not over yet. Not even close. Bridges has it up top, being guarded by Harden. Get over to Brunson. Brunson coming to his right. They get it over to Bridges. Now over to Towns. Towns runs right into Collins in an offensive charge. He didn't even try to avoid him. Didn't even try to avoid him. Ran right over him. All right. Judge that said Zubac an all-star? Not this year. He was significantly better last year. He's not going to be an all-star this year. Hasn't been good enough. I mean, he's been good. He's always been good, but he's just a regular, really good starting center. Not an all-star this year. Kawhi coming to his right. Cross-court pass to Harden. Harden puts up the 3 over Brunson. Way off on that one. Bridges good box out and rebound. And JB will bring it down. 2:40 to go. Brunson directing traffic, coming to his left off of McBride screen. Harden switched on to Brunson. He's going to look to dance now. Captain Clutch putting on the cape. They swing it out. Anunoby wide open left corner 3. Knock me down. OG Anunoby with the 3, baby. 20 for OG. Towns was hooping. Brunson's hooping. McBride has continued to hoop. Bridges was actually very good today as well, offensively and defensively. Kawhi in the mid-range. They swing it around. Collins back up top to Dunn. Dunn down the lane. Loses the handle, but they call a foul. Going to send Chris Dunn to the foul line for 2. 2:09 to go. Jason said, got to finish strong. Got to finish real strong, man. The Flea said, I can't see any GM looking at Yabu and saying, yeah, that's our guy. I mean, he's an 8th, 9th man in a rotation of a team that maybe could use him. Denver was very interested in Yabusele this offseason. It kind of came down between the New York Knicks and the Denver Nuggets for Yabusele. Both teams pursued him hard in the offseason. So maybe there's some kind of deal to be done with the Denver Nuggets. Who knows? Who knows? Dunn knocks down both free throws. Back to a 10-point game. McBride bringing it down. McBride has it up top to get it over to Bridges. Bridges baseline pull-up jumper. Got it to go. Nice pass from McBride. They tried to trap McBride at the half-court line. All he had to do was lob it over the top. Bad defense from the Clippers. Kawhi at the foul line. Swing pass out to Dunn. McBride runs him off the line. Dunn driving it down. Excellent defense from Deuce. Dunn throws up a tough floater. Can't get it to go. Towns boxing out. Can't grab the rebound. Now he does grab the rebound. Good fight against Zubac there to secure that rebound. And here comes Brunson bringing it down the other way. It's 122-110 with 1:30 to go. And for the most part, this one should be over as long as there's no massive collapse. Towns down the lane, gets fouled by Zubac, and that will be a dagger. Towns will go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Russell Field said Shaman coming back in a couple weeks. I wouldn't even say a couple weeks. He might be back next week, Russell. He might be back as early as next week. He might be. Maybe it's another week after that, but I'd say a week to maybe 2 weeks. Chef, he said, good job tonight, Chef. Like and subscribe, guys. Appreciate you, Chef. Appreciate you. If you guys are enjoying the show, hit the thumbs up button. The Knicks finally get off the schneid. They did it. They did it. Joe said, we're finally going to get a win. Thank you, Knicks, for not making me lose hope, y'all. Fernando Barito. What's up, Fernando? When is Hart coming back? Hart might be back the next game. He might be back for the game against Phoenix. We're just going to have to wait and see. He is very close to returning one of these upcoming games. Very close. We will hear some more information on Josh Hart very, very shortly. The Fleas went back outside. Appreciate you, Fleas. Very generous super chat from my guy. Appreciate you, big dog. We're back outside, big dog. Back on the side of winners, baby. We're back on the side of the winners. And oh, by the way, with the loss of the Boston Celtics, the Knicks are back at the 2 seed. They're a half game ahead of Boston. Now, don't ever give that up again. Just that's amazing what 125 a game gets us. Yeah, it's crazy what good offense can get you. It's crazy what happens when a good offensive team plays a good offensive game. Gotta lean into your strengths. Angel said, we needed this game like oxygen. Yeah, the fan base was crashing out. And justifiably so. Justifiably so. And yeah, all the bench guys in. Only guy remaining on the court is Towns, who has the free throw. Also for the Clippers, all their bench guys in. Just that said, tomorrow, Cavs versus T-Wolves. Want to do a poll? We'll go through it. We'll go around the league. We'll go over tomorrow's schedule. We'll pick one out. Towns misses the second one. Come on, big cat. Gotta knock down your free throws. 20, 11, and 7 for Cat tonight. AB said, geez, now we got to go to Phoenix. And Phoenix has been playing fantastic as of late. I'm pretty sure they picked up a win today. Yannick Conan Niederhauser gets fouled. He's going to the foul line for 2 free throws. Brendan O'Connor, by the way, is our defensive coordinator. That's who it is. Conan Niederhauser misses a free throw. This game is all but over, but let's look real quick. The Pistons did end up being the Bulls by 15, to be expected. They gave up 31 points to Isaiah Stewart. My goodness. Stewart. Raptor said, I'm going to sleep happy tonight. As you should. As you should. Towns comes out to a rousing ovation from the crowd. Very much deserved from Karl Anthony Towns tonight. Nice bounce-back game. The Nuggets beat the Celtics. 76ers beat the Wizards. Hopefully Trae Young can help turn things around for them. Raptors beat the Hornets on a 3 from Emmanuel Quickley at the buzzer. Walk-off 3 for Emmanuel Quickley. Mo Diawara driving it down. Cross-court pass to Clarkson. All right. Clarkson, all the way midi. Airballs it. Hug 40. Offensive rebound. Saves it out to Diawara. Shot clock winding down. Diawara's got to heave it. Almost got it to go. MDM said, thanks, Captain, for the court seats. Appreciate you, MDM. Appreciate you. AB on the road. Yeah, they start their West Coast road trip after tonight. They have a 5-game West Coast road trip. A 5-game West Coast road trip. Starting in Phoenix. We could actually look at the Knicks schedule. We'll look at tomorrow's schedule. We'll look at the Knicks schedule. We got Bucks Warriors later tonight. Rockets Blazers. Sharon McLean upping her membership for 5 months. Appreciate you, Sharon. Hope you're enjoying your time tonight. Thank you for that. Cam Christie misses a layup. Dadier with the rebound. Show me some Dadier. Hit me with a cross tween Hezzy. And they're not going to do that. They're just going to run out the clock, and that's going to be it. All right. David said we need some wins now. Absolutely. You got to keep staying on the winning side. Keep staying on the winning side. By the way, Jazz Thunder, closer than it should be. The Suns just smacking up the Grizzlies tonight. Just not even close. 91 to 68, 23-point lead. Magic Nets locked in a tight one. Come on, Brooklyn. And the Hawks smacked up the Pelicans tonight. Okay, let's go. Go to tomorrow's schedule. We got Pacers, Hornets. No thanks. We will not be watching that one. We got Heat Bulls. Interesting. Cavs, Timberwolves is the more interesting matchup. We'll probably watch Cavs, Timberwolves. Yeah, that's the one we're going to watch. We're going to watch some Cavs, Timberwolves tomorrow. It's really the only, that's really the only logical choice. We're going to watch Cavs, Timberwolves. Pacers, Hornets, no thanks. Not watching the Pacers for now. They are on the ban list. 6-win team, unfortunately for them. Heat Bulls is nice, but it's a battle of the mid. And it would be a decent option, but we have Cavs Timberwolves to save us from a bad NBA slate night. So we'll watch Cavs Timberwolves. It's an 8 o'clock start time, so we will be live at 7:30 tomorrow as usual. Sharon McLean said, thank you, Chevy, for bringing the Knicks into my living room. Appreciate you, Sharon. Appreciate you. AB said, no one else bid for Trae Young. It doesn't look like it, AP. It doesn't look like it. They traded CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert. And that's a pretty good get. A pretty good get for Atlanta. Carl James, the Knicks giving me a heart attack every time they play. Romero said, thanks for great commentary, Chevy. Bless. Appreciate you, Romeo. Appreciate you. AB said, which makes me nervous. I mean, you're nervous because you care, brother. You're nervous because you care, right? So it's nice to care about something. We will be watching Cavs Timberwolves tomorrow, but while we're here, let's go over the next West Coast schedule here. We also got to look at the time these games start at, right? Because now we're on the West Coast, so we're going to have some late start times. Friday, we have Phoenix. It's a 9 p.m. start time. Let me zoom it in a little bit to you guys so you can see it better. On Friday, 9 p.m. start time. Sunday, at 6 p.m. start time. Still, you know, late afternoon, early night, whatever you want to describe 6 p.m. as here on the East Coast. 6 p.m. start time for Portland. 10 p.m. start time against Sacramento. 10 p.m. start time against Golden State. And then we come back home, and we play Phoenix again, coming back home. And we get back to our normal start time for a while. So, Phoenix, 9 p.m. So now we're going to get into some late night chefy, y'all. We're going to get into some late night shows. Phoenix is a tough matchup. Portland is a tough matchup. Sacramento should be easy. Golden State, as long as Steph Curry is wearing a Golden State jersey, it's going to be a tough matchup. I don't care how bad that team is or how mediocre that team is. It's always going to be a tough matchup with Steph Curry out there. But the Knicks should be able to win that. And then you got Phoenix again coming back home. But as far as the West Coast road trip goes, Phoenix is tough. Portland is tough. Sacramento should be easy. Golden State shouldn't necessarily be easy, but you should definitely win that game. So at worst, 2-2. You should be at least 3-1, if not being able to sweep this West Coast road trip for nothing. So I'm asking for 3-1, hoping for 4-0. I guess I'll accept 2-2, but that's like as bad as you can be, right? John Jackson, appreciate you. Russell Field, Angela Harding, Justice's dad, of course. Friday has a few good games before the Knicks game. Ooh, good point. Look at the Friday slate. With these late games, it might be time to pull off the doubleheaders. Might be time. I do like doing games leading into Knicks games rather than doing Knicks games and then staying up and doing a late game after. Because depending on how the Knicks perform, may put me in a bad mood or not. Friday, you say. Friday. So they play Friday. They play Phoenix at 9. You got 76ers Magic, I guess we could watch. Thunder Grizzlies. The problem is the Knicks start at 9. So none of these games will be over by the time the Knicks tip off. So we can't actually do an early game. AB said Corey plays great against us. Corey's is good. Solid bet. Corey Kispert is good. Raps versus Celtics. The problem, Justice's dad, is games are usually 2.5 hours. So the game will end around 7:30. I mean, around 9:30. Our tip-off time is 9. So I'm willing to give up like the pregame stuff if we're doing a game before, because we could talk about it leading into the game. But this game is not going to be over before our next game. So the only other option we have is like starting the Raptors-Celtics game and then leaving, in the fourth quarter and switching over to our Knicks-Suns game. But Knicks-Suns, to me, Knicks are going to take priority over everything else. So we're going to watch the Knicks-Suns game and then try to plan out around it. But I will say we do have Sunday late start time, or 6 o'clock start time on Sunday? Yeah, 6 o'clock start time on Sunday. So we can't do... We can do like Pelicans Magic. Do we really want to do that? Not really. We do anything late on Sunday? I guess we'll figure this out. But you got Rockets Kings, not really. Hawks Warriors, not really. Washington Phoenix 8. Still, we're not going to be done with the Knicks in time for that. Maybe we'll just switch over to halfway through to watch Trae Young's debut. Maybe he'll debut on Sunday here. Maybe we'll see. But we'll figure it out as we go on. They play Tuesday, right? Tuesday late game. No, they're going to have 2 days off? Or do they play back-to-back? Never mind. They play back-to-back. I forgot they do that. Why can't I find it? Where's their game? Do they have 2 days off? Do the Knicks have 2 days off during this West Coast road trip? I don't think so. Isaac Dixon, appreciate you, Isaac. Lana Mona said Trae Young traded. Yeah, he was traded for CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert. Decent trade. And are there any picks exchanged? I guess it'll come out more as the night goes on. The Knicks have Friday, Sunday, Wednesday, Thursday, and back-to-backs. Oh, yeah, they have Monday and Tuesday off. Ooh, they got 2 days off. I thought they were going to get Tuesdays off for a while, but they have 2 days off between Monday and Tuesday. Okay. Now, one of those days is for travel to get to Sacramento, but all right, they technically have 2 days off. Things starting to look up a little bit for the Knicks, just a little bit. Got to get back on the winning side of things. This Lakers game, by the way, is on Telemundo, which I think is hilarious. We might have to tune into the Telemundo broadcast just to check it out. Friday, Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Yeah, Friday, and you have Saturday off, play Sunday. You have Monday, Tuesday off, and you play Wednesday, Thursday. I know you have back-to-backs there on the road, and that's tough because you traveled. Well, they're going to have a day off to travel to Sacramento, and then they're going to have a day off. So, okay, you know what? We'll take it. Any days off we can get, we will take it. We will be live tomorrow, 7:30 start time for the 8 o'clock tip-off. Cleveland taking on Minnesota. Should be a good game. Hopefully Donovan Mitchell's going to play. I know he missed the previous game. Looking for some good ones. Also, we could, real quick before we go, let's check the NBA standings, just because I know the Knicks are back into the 2 seed, baby. Back like we never left. Baby. Give me that 2 seed back. We're only a half game ahead. And we're tied in the loss column. But you know what? We are back, baby. We are back. We have some more games against Detroit coming up, I believe this month, unless it's next month. But we can check Detroit's schedule. We are back to watch. We're back on Detroit watch, hoping for losses, of course. We have the Clippers coming up. Okay, the Clippers did not look great tonight. Hopefully they, and they smacked up Detroit the last time. Hopefully they just have a good matchup against them and they can pull that one off again. Then they have Phoenix. All of these are at home. They have a homestand here. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A 6-game homestand. Great. Then you got Boston. You got Indiana. They should smoke Indiana. And then you got Boston. So that should be a fun matchup because whichever team loses there will ultimately benefit the Knicks. Denver's getting a little healthier here, but they should be able to play Denver both times without Jokic. So, of course, that works out for them. The Flea said 3-game skid, still second. You love to see it. 4-game skid, and they're still second. They were right there. With Detroit, battling for that 1 seed, and 4-game skid knocks them much further away, but still possible to get that 1 seed. We're not even at the halfway point yet, although we are quickly approaching it. We didn't even go over box scores, but we really have to. The Knicks pulled off the win. All we gotta do is make sure we celebrate. That's it. Kawhi had 21 in the first half. He had 4 points in the second half, y'all. Come on. Give it up for Wingstop. Harden has what? 23 tonight, 6 for 17 from the field, 9 assists, 3 turnovers. I love to see it. OG with 20, Anunoby with 20. OG Anunoby with 20. Karl Anthony Towns with 20, 11, and 7. Mikal Bridges with 15, 9, and 5. Excellent night for Mikal Bridges, doing it all. Jalen Brunson with 26, 3, and 7. Only 12 shot attempts for Jalen Brunson tonight. You love to see that. He was 4 for 5 from 3. You love to see that. Deuce McBride, 4 for 11 from three-point range. That's got to bring his percentage down a little bit. Yeah, that brings his percentage down a little bit. That's like, what, 38% or something like that? He's a 44% three-point shooter. So this performance, 4 for 11, which is a very good performance from three-point range, will actually bring his percentage down a little bit. 6 for 15 from the floor overall. He's got 16 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists. Very good night for Deuce McBride. And some excellent defense on James Harden, might I add. Yabusele off the bench, 8 points. Shout out Big Yabusele. 2 rebounds, some nice box outs. I'm going to give a shout out to Yabusele for playing well tonight. Overall, I thought he played pretty decently, pretty well. Robinson, 9 rebounds off the bench, 5 of them being offensive, doing his Mitchell Robinson thing, getting back into form. You love to see that. Jordan Clarkson gave us 12 points, 29 and 21 minutes. Nice to see that. Tyler Kolek giving us the usual 2 points, 4 boards and 5 assists, though. Great off-ball play from Tyler Kolek. Great job moving the ball around and getting his teammates involved. So overall, solid night from the Knicks. They got back to being exactly who we always thought they are. A very good, solid team, right? If not, maybe even a great team. Trying to find their way to greatness. Greatness is greatness is when good becomes consistent. So they have not been consistent. They're trying to find their way to some consistency. Tonight is a nice step in the right direction. With that being said, though, we will wrap it up, y'all. Another good night for the Knicks. AP said, at least we didn't lose. At least we didn't lose, AP. I love the mindset. I love the mindset. Make sure our score is correct. It's 111 to 123, a 12-point victory for our New York Knicks. And, of course, shout out all of our channel members who choose, or whether you were gifted a membership or you chose to become a member. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you guys for all the support and all the super chats here tonight. As a matter of fact, let me pull them up real quick. Thank you for everything, everybody. The Fleas, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Very much for 2 very generous super chats tonight, my brother. Thank you. And we will be back tomorrow, of course, in a non-Knicks game, Minnesota taking on Cleveland. And then, of course, we will be back for the next 5-game West Coast road trip. No matter how late the games are, we will be here. So, Nixon, appreciate you. Jay Gardner, appreciate you. The Fleas, K. Hazy, AP, Lionel Monas, thank you guys. Justice Dad, of course. The Fleas, thank you guys for hanging out with me here tonight. And we'll do it all over again. We don't miss basketball games. With that being said, remember to brush your teeth before bed, stay hydrated, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Good night, everybody. Bye.